We're not unmuted on Discord. Now we are. Hello!
One and all.
Dylan also says hi.
And
Speaking
hello,
through Ori
Dylan.
like a puppet. Well, today I actually just got hot tea from a bubble tea place, which I have never done before.
Ooh, what kind of tea?
Almond milk tea. It's supposed to be like an Earl Grey, apparently, as well.
Oh, I'm echoing? Why am I echoing?
You're echoing.
According to Nicole, I'm echoing.
Oh, now everyone's good.
Now everyone's good.
I have fixed it. Now Dylan's echoing as a purposeful thing. Hello, Nicole. Are you off today or something, or just? Oh yeah, you are
Welcome,
off today,
Nicole.
aren't you? Didn't you tell us this?
Yes.
Oh, but you brought work home. I'm so sorry.
Happy not Independence Day. Happy Memorial Day, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know. It was something. That was for sure.
I will say this, guys. I have had a really good day.
That's good.
All my sessions went very well today.
Korean
I got my
Independent Movement Day. Okay, interesting.
Oh, Independent Movement Day. I see. I'm not familiar with it.
So there is
but I'll do my research.
This is interesting. There is a normal, like, hot drink top on this tea, but underneath that is still the plastic, like, seal film that they do. So that's very interesting.
The best of both.
Yeah. It's Russian Pancake Day. All right, interesting. But
Russian
Nicole,
Pancake Day.
How far have you gotten in the Dungeon Meshi manga? Are you loving the manga?
You knew Ori was gonna ask that.
Okay, it's interesting. I don't think I would do it again.
Do you like it?
It's not bad, but it's definitely odd.
Huh. Does it still have the bubbles in it?
No, I never get bubbles because I don't like the bubbles.
So you get bubble tea without bubbles.
It's still called, like, I don't know what to call it otherwise. Like, you go to a bubble tea place. But it's just like you never get. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. You've stopped where the anime came out to so far. Well, we haven't seen the one from today, but I've read every manga that exists in English for Dungeon Meshi so far, and I can't wait to get the new one.
Ori knows all the spoilers.
Yeah, I keep trying to remember to give Mars the other one, and everything I keep forgetting.
It's okay. I still need to give you Iron Widow.
Yeah, the whole thing.
I forgot to do
that
again.
I'm so glad you like it, Nicole. I hope you keep reading it so we can fangirl together about all this stuff.
Marcel is adorable. Chilchuck is adorable. Leos is adorable.
Senshi's also adorable. It's great. It's just good shit, man.
Senshi is adorkable.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all fun. They're all cuties. They all have their moments. They all have their times. Oh, okay. Also, I have binge watched Frieren, so now I'm caught up with Frieren. And I will say, I forgot to mention this to you, Mars. I don't like how the priest guy, Zine, or whatever, is like shipping Fern and Stark. I'm like, no, can we just have this? Can we just have this, please? I don't need this.
I will admit, I don't mind the Fern and Stark ship because it kind of reminds me of the Raven and Beast Boy ship, which was like my jam back in the day. So I'm like, I'm okay with this because they feel like characters first. And if they want to make a ship, like, I can see it happening.
Be upset in like the long term, right? Like it wouldn't be like I'm going on a rant about, you know, this being a thing. But, you know, just my Ori heart, especially after like Dungeon Meshi is like there are no ships and we're all good, and literally in the whole thing it's like no, there's no romance within the party.
And Fallon.
Okay, yeah, but they're really cute. But it's also, it's just never about them because they're not together for the whole main plot of it. She's eaten. But
it's only in flashback land.
Yeah, in flashback land when they're little cuties.
And little blushes in the present day.
Ships, I say. In the night. But what was I
Me
saying?
passing you
So it's like, yes,
by.
Dungeon Meshi is like beautiful. It's great. It's like just top tier shit. We're having a good time. They literally like state at the beginning, they're like, no romance within the party, and I'm like, nice, nice.
Tis a vibe.
Mars showed me this artist did like a goofy like ship art of
Oh,
Cabru
crack
and
pears.
yeah, like crack pears, literally very much crack pears on the second one too, but it was like Cabru and Leos, and I think that is just so hilarious that anyone could possibly ship them, because like for the entirety of the freaking series so far, right? Like I'm talking past where the show is, like the whole thing, Cabru like barely knows what to make of Leos. Cabru's like always teetering on the edge of I am good at reading people, and this guy, his head is empty. Like,
Maybe if I date him, I'll learn more about
I don't know
him.
what's in there.
No, there was also a comic that artist did about Chilcha going to a gay dwarf bar, and you see Senshi there, and I
Yeah, that was
laughed
just so
my
funny.
ass off.
So yeah, it's only crack ships allowed in Dungeon Meshi besides Marcel and Fallon.
The legits, the OGs.
Also,
Oh,
I totally
wait,
fucking ship
but I do.
the water and ice mage that team up with Freerin in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Their ship's real fucking hard.
I think Lavina and Kana.
Yeah, that's what their names are.
She literally. Okay, so guys,
Yeah,
Freerin
exactly,
has
crack.
this. Freerin has this motif. So Mason, a crack ship is basically this pairing could not happen in a million years, but you're shipping it anyway. It's
like mostly for like literally the comedy of it.
it's like
right?
the lulls, the
You
funs.
know, crack ships can
Funs?
also be like any of those ones that are like Elsa and Jack Frost, or like
Yeah.
Hiccup
Well,
and Rapunzel or whatever.
There
Like,
are people who really believe in those ships, so I was hesitant to call it a crack ship for fear of pissing people off.
Crack ship, the Grinch and Tony the Tiger.
No, here's a
There's
crack
a
ship for
beautiful
you.
video.
One cest.
Okay,
There you go. That's
there's
your
a
biggest crack
beautiful
ship.
video. There's a beautiful video by a YouTuber called Fiona Paulo. They're ace, so top tier shit on
Wonderful.
top of that. But besides that, they make a good video about crack ships. It literally just came out in like the other day. So if you want to know more about the history of crack ships, all the different kinds of crack ships, I'm gonna link this in the thing, because I think it's just really a really good one to watch about it. Here's the crack ship. It's not a long video, I don't think.
That's some
13
fun
minutes.
stuff.
And it is her drawing the Grinch and Tony the Tiger, lovingly embracing. So
I do gotta say, you guys, but before we started talking about crack ships, what Ori was saying when she ships the ice mage and the water mage in Freerin, there is
Exactly,
Yoda and
Mason.
Edgeworth, very crack ship.
Yeah.
Incredibly so. There is a motif throughout Freerin where, whether it be for romantic love, familial love, someone like gets on their knees and offers their hand to someone else. It's like the knight in Shining Armor.
God.
Literally,
they're like,
Himmel,
I would like to
then
be.
Stark did it, and then Kana did it to Livia, so it's like, yeah. Super canon.
Also, Himmel,
I ship it so hard.
Also, Himmel being like, yeah, I like Freerin, but she obviously is just, arrow ace about it, but I'm just sitting here, is really cute too.
But I'll totally let her pick out a ring with a flower symbol that means forever
and
eternity.
And I know what it means. She doesn't, but I know what it means.
I'm just not gonna tell her that little detail. I'll let her figure it out in
Roval.
80 years.
Yeah. It's cute though, because Freerin is arrow ace, but to be like, Himmel's just like, yeah, I'm here though. It's a good time though. I'm living life. Vibe, Roval, love it, ship it, send it off. I love Himmel. Himmel's definitely my favorite of like the original party. Himmel and Stark, very opposites, aren't they? But great shit.
Incredibly Okay, so Ori, I have to ask this. You mentioned the priest who joins Freerin, Fern, and Stark.
I think his name is.
What'd you think of him and his
He
whole
was
deal?
he tried to get the magnificent bastard love in me to like thrive, but he wasn't there yet.
You
He
just had
wasn't
to
there yet.
try a little harder.
Yeah, it was getting there. You know, maybe if we had him a little longer, maybe we could have
I
gotten there.
feel like
He was
he's
definitely
going to
having
come back
moments.
in a future chapter.
I feel
Like,
like
they're
he has
definitely gonna
to.
bring
I
him
feel like
back.
we spent too much time on him to just let him leave like that. But I will admit I was kind of sad that he did end up leaving after he had that moment of like, oh no, our last week together and we didn't hang out at all. I was like, oh, so he's gonna be like, no, he cares, but then he left anyway. And I'm like, all right, go find your gorilla man, I guess.
Ship Zine with Gorilla Ape.
Yeah.
Seriously, so it's
Really
hilarious.
lovable. It's
They
nuts.
try. It's one of those things where it's like, we swear this character is straight, guys. He talks about women all the time. He
Yeah,
ships the people in
literally.
his party with each other, and then he carries a picture of his male best friend in a locket. And
Yeah,
photos are
vibing.
very hard to come by in this universe. It was literally a photo created with magic. Like,
Yeah.
fellas, is it gay to carry around a photo of your very best friend that was made out of
10
magic?
years later,
10 years.
He's your
Yeah.
only regret in life is not going with him all those years ago.
And now you're going on this quest to find him. Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Like, sir.
It's like
have a little
there's
think to yourself.
something there to work with.
Yeah, have a
There's a
little
lot
think
there
about
to work with.
yourself. I think
Although-
you might be going somewhere.
I will say this: the gag with him liking older women but not being into Freerun is fucking hilarious.
That is really hilarious. Yeah, that
when
one
she
was really
blows
funny.
a kiss at him and it does nothing.
Oh my
she's like,
God,
oh, it worked on him.
love that
I
scene.
died.
No, I love that scene because also Fern and Stark are like, no, that was.
No, Fern being like, if I were any less powerful, that would have taken me down.
But like dead serious though, because they're both like blushing, and it's just like, okay, let's have a time. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful scene.
We got
sounds like a rightward thing.
We got Ace Himmel, we got Arrow Ace Freerun, we got By Fern.
Yeah, good
Gay
shit.
Zine.
There you go. Beautiful.
They definitely give like high schoolers on a first date vibes, especially with Stark constantly screwing up. But I think what endears me to it is he tries so hard.
The thing I like
he
about
tries
Stark
so damn hard.
is they make him out to be solely an idiot, and it's Fern that is like reading into it in like a way, and he's literally just dumb. Right? Like that's like when he's watching the clouds and he's like, "Oh, that looks like a woman with big boobies." And he's like, Fern's like, "Oh god, this classic man, horrible." And then he's like, "That one looks like a turd." And she's like, "Oh, he's just an idiot." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the shit though." He can be gay for literally one person, Rebel. That is very valid. You could be bi and you only like one person in one of the genders. You know, like
yeah.
I think that the labels, they're like, you know, they're like a blurry area where you can stand in. But like the amount of stories, there's like a non-zero amount of stories of people being like, I think I'm gay, but I like love my wife and I like enjoy all of the things we do with only my wife. But any other women, I'm like, no. But men, though, yeah, any men. And it's like, you could be that, sir. That's okay.
It's like, that can totally happen. It has happened.
This is very true,
But
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, PCM. Hello, Crimson. Good,
hey,
how are you?
Crimson Rockstar. Welcome. Yeah, so I'm very happy I got Ori into Freerun, you guys.
Oh, I did a stupid. Okay, hold on.
I gotta say, between Trigun Stampede and Freerun, it's gonna be a hard choice for the 2023 anime.
Oh, not touching Meshi.
I thought that came out in 2024.
You're right.
Yeah,
Freerun
you're
came
still
out that
safe.
early? I thought Freerun came out in 2024. It
came out in 2023. It started in fall, actually.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
No wonder there's so many episodes. I mean,
exactly.
That makes sense in the end, doesn't it? I'm just being dumb.
When you think about it, 25 episodes, it's been 25 weeks.
Well, I'm only
Damn.
watching the dub, so 22 episodes.
Same here. Guys, if you haven't watched Free Run yet, dub is the way to go. I showed it to Ori and I literally was like, they speak from that time period. I don't know how to explain it. The word choice is just perfect. I showed her the first 5 minutes of it and
They
she was like,
speak
oh,
fantasy,
yeah, that
right?
makes sense.
They speak fantasy. And so it's like, it's not old-timey, right? Because that's like a very specific thing that can get to a point where it's like, I don't know what words you're saying, but they speak in a way that is definitely like, without slang, without a lot of like abbreviations that we use today. So it just feels different. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like the word choice is very different, but they're not saying like thee, thou, perchance,
Yeah,
forthwith,
tis, they're
like
not
tis.
going fully,
Like they're not
into
going
it.
full. They're
They're
not going
doing it
like
like,
Bridgerton.
they're speaking in a more like, I guess what we would today consider maybe like formal, right?
It's definitely
Especially,
formal.
yeah, but it gives that vibe of fantasy without making it feel like certain characters are cold to each other versus other characters. Like you still get that, like,
Oh no,
there's
it
still
still
formal
feels
above
so
it.
warm
It's
and
really good.
wholesome. Like honestly, the first few episodes, I think I like the first few episodes of Free Run the most because it's just
See,
her
exactly.
connecting with these people and I'm like, this whole show feels like a warm blanket.
Exactly. Yes, Queen's grenade. I mean Queens. But yes, queerness is definitely in like a blurry gray area.
No, they
They
don't
don't
speak
speak corporate.
corporate.
They speak
Okay.
like,
So the example I always give is here's the difference between the sub and the dub. There's one scene where Freerin is about to go shopping and Fern doesn't want her to because she usually buys pointless things.
no, they don't go
So
Shakespearean. That's way, way far where
no,
you kind of
definitely
don't
not
understand it.
Shakespearean.
Hello,
Well,
an idiot. How are you? It's a weird name, but I recognize
eh,
you, so I know who you
please
are.
please let
I've
us know
seen
what
you
you'd like to be
around.
called.
Yeah. If you don't want to be called an idiot, well,
But
that's your choice.
Grenade, to paint a picture for you. In the scene, in the dub, so this is the English version, when Fern asks her what she's going to get, she says, "Oh, trinkets and whatnot." In the sub, they translated it to trinkets and stuff. It's like it's not a huge difference, but the connotation changes, right? Trinkets and stuff
But
versus
there's also not
trinkets
like,
and whatnot.
unless they're
Like,
like
it just
whining,
feels more of the time period.
unless the character's like whining, there's no like wanna or gonna, like there's no slurring of the words, unless they're like really like whining like you
Yeah,
would.
it's Stark.
Stark and Freerin sometimes. And Freerin sometimes.
That is
Um,
true.
but like, yeah, it's definitely, you can feel it. Right. Yeah, it's not modern, but I wouldn't even say it's like how my parents speak or anything
But I
like
would
that.
say contemporary.
It's like if you went to a like a Ren fair, but
Yes.
you weren't attempting to like use the different words. Does that make sense? Words like dead
The
words.
lingo.
Right? You're not trying to use dead words like tis or, thee or thou, right? But you're using words that we still use today. But it's just like, yeah, exact. Fairy tale vibes, right?
Mm.
Like you're reading a fairy tale. You're reading like that kind of vibe, right?
Yeah,
Where it's
that's
still
it.
words that a child can understand, but they're not words that we sit here and like, I don't talk to you like that still, right? Just like in Princess Tutu, right? It's that like, it is a time period that is not our time period, but it is definitely not in our history either, right? It's separate, which is very fun.
It's so good, you guys. It's so good.
It's really good. Very, very good. Literally, I started it and then I got to a point and then I just binged it. I also really had really boring work this week though as well.
I mean,
But
hey, it really worked in your favor.
yeah, it certainly didn't hurt my whole deal, but yes. But now I have no more Freerin to watch. So it's a little.
Yeah. I'll let you
But
know if Miggy and Dally is any good. I'm gonna start that tonight, you
I
guys.
will say it would have to be a lot to get me to watch that one because all of the shorts are just so wild in a direction where it's more like I want to know what happens, but I'm very very happy for you to tell me what happens. You know?
So from what I understand, the boy's mother was murdered. So they were taken from like their happy home life. And when they get adopted, they do it under the pseudonym Hitori, and they pretend they're one single child. So they're constantly switching places, and they don't trust anyone in the town because it could have been anyone who murdered their mother. So it seems like there's a mystery and there's some sneaking around, some spy shenanigans, but they're kids. So not adult spy shenanigans, but like what a kid would consider shenanigans. Like
Mm.
I don't know. Sounds kind of promising.
There's just a lot of weird scenes that they're showing in it, so I was just like, I'll let you to do it. Oh, goodbye, an idiot. Thanks for dropping
Bye, an
in.
idiot. Good to see ya.
Trying to figure out how I want to do these scales.
Ooh. So what are we doing to King tonight?
So I had sent this version of the commission to my client, and they asked for some changes, and that is what I am attempting to do this evening.
Oh,
Are those edits that they would
very
like to
cool.
see. So mostly wanted scales, not really fur. I think I might try to keep a little fur because I feel like he's not really king if he has no fluff anywhere. But I
He's
did look up
definitely
some
got to
like
have a little bit, maybe
I
like a mane or something.
yeah, I'm thinking like a definitely like a I'm gonna kind of like accentuate it here and like down the middle of the back maybe sort of thing. I'll definitely keep this jaw bit because I think the fur can't all go.
Mm. There must be balance.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he could kill me, but I want to pet him anyway. I mean,
I think that is exactly the
that is
vibe we're going
King.
for right now. Yeah.
King is a titan at the end of the day. He very well could, but
Then
he
they
won't
wanted
because he's too much of a mush.
bone blades in the tail, so I'm not
Ooh.
exactly sure what that meant, but we're just gonna kind of like spike it out a little bit like this, and we're gonna try
Mm,
and like see what happens. Let's actually.
We,
This might help if
we
I draw
experiment, we figure out.
where the tail is. Right. Kind of do that.
Well, yeah, if you guys have been watching any good shows recently, you can drop them in the comments.
What
We've
did
certainly talked about the ones we're watching.
Roval mentioned something?
Uh,
Unwanted undead adventurer.
oh, yes, that was mentioned a couple streams back. I still need to get to that.
It was too
Oh,
much. Couldn't. Yeah, the movie.
isn't isn't Gone Girl the one about the to put it lightly dysfunctional couple?
I think so. Yeah. If any
Any
manga.
manga recommendations? Well, you're already reading Dungeon Meshi.
Yeah, I love Dungeon Meshi.
Um,
I don't read a lot of
ooh,
manga, if I'm being honest.
okay, Nicole, you might like I Can Hear the Sunspot. It has gorgeous artwork. It's a kind of slice of life BL. What's special about this one is that the love interest is hard of hearing, uh, going on deaf. So the reason I like this series is because I have a lot of experience through schooling and my field. Um, Learning about the deaf community and learning about things like cochlear implants and hearing aids and coda. Yeah, I can hear the sunspot. That's it, Nicole. Basically there's a lot of talk about like kind of what it means to be deaf, how you navigate society that way. But then there's also a really wholesome love story wrapped into it because the way the two leads meet each other is guy who's hard of hearing needs a non-interpreter but a note taker for his classes, to
Mm,
help him hear the lectures and help him study.
the
So this guy ends up
scribe.
becoming that. Yes, exactly. The official paid for scribed. I hear the sunspot. I hear the sunspot. If it's got really pretty artwork, Nicole, of two guys hanging out on the cover and there's lots of really good lighting and shading, yes, that's it. I hear the sunspot. I really liked it. I binged it. I thought it was a very sweet story. I loved the artwork. And there were
Literally.
some minimal stakes to it, but it's kind of the stakes you expect in a romance. Like, oh, are they gonna get together? Oh, is this gonna tear them apart? And it's like, no, but you're still along for the ride.
Literally the only manga I've ever like read has been Dungeon Meshi.
I have a little more variety when it comes to manga. Another manga I've read that I really like is called Number Six. I'll type it in the
Oh,
comments
that
for
one's
you.
Mars's favorites.
Number Six was literally the first manga I ever read. I had a friend in high school who was really into it. And I was watching them one day in class. They were coloring in the pages of the manga. They were a very good artist, so it looked amazing.
I would
And
be
I was like,
terrified.
"Oh, that looks so cool. What is that?" And they told me, "Oh, it's this manga number 6. It's about this utopia society that isn't, as cracked up as it seems to be. It's got a really cute romance between the two main leads, but it's like it's one of those on the down low romances. Like they never outright, it's not a BL. It is not classified as a BL, but the main leads are literally like hugging each other, dancing with each other. They give
Mm.
each other goodbye kisses. Like it's one of those shows that's like, yes, we are
Like
a
Cyberku
sci-fi
Ibisto.
series and we have gay characters, but
Uh,
we write them so well we don't need to advertise it.
which is always the good vibe.
I highly recommend Number Six. I had a great time reading it. Nezumi and Shion are just so cute together. My God. Also, watching Shion go from this naive child that was like pretty much brainwashed by his city to this like almost rebel without a cause. Not even without a cause. At one point in the manga, he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna destroy anyone who tries to hurt the people I love. Very much like Milo, actually, now that I think
Mm.
about it. They very much have that
We have a
Milo
type.
Bisco Mac. I had a type before I even knew it. This was back in high school before I knew
Mars,
anything
I had
about
a type before I knew what fucking fandom was, okay? Like, it starts young, okay?
it does start
I'm
young.
also a very consistent person as a human. My favorite color has never fucking wavered since I was able to form that concept. So, like, yeah, I'm a very
See,
consistent person.
I definitely cannot claim that.
My favorite food has not fucking changed. My favorite drink has like I'm really fucking consistent. They get you a kid. Yeah, no, literally though. But no, my
They
favorite
do.
color's been pink since the day I could answer that question. Right? Since I tried salami, I eat salami for lunch 90% of the time. And
Well,
all
salami
throughout
is
grade school.
delicious,
Yeah, but I'm
so
saying like never gotten sick of it, never had a bad time. Like go to lunch meat, favorite thing ever. And I have also drank milk in the morning and at night literally since I was born technically, if that makes, because you drink milk
what Ori is
originally.
saying, guys, is that she's a creature of habit.
I have said this on stream, I'm pretty sure once before, but it was really funny. In my AP math class, you take the AP exam, but that happens in like May, and you don't end school in high school until like June, like late June. And so you have like a month of class where you literally are doing nothing, right? Because you did all the stuff already. So this math class, my favorite math teacher ever. I had him 3 out of 4 years of high school. He was fantastic. We just like hung out in the classroom because you still had to be like at school for your other classes and you still had to be like in the classroom, and we played Sporkle. But he also did this one time. He realized he had access to all of our school pictures, or a lot of our school pictures from previous years, and this must have been 12th grade, the last grade before you go off to college. And he was like going back through people's like photos and showing it on the screen, and he was like having like a seeing how everybody grew up sort of thing. And he got to me and he was like, oh, this is gonna be real fun, right? We've had a rapport. This is the 3rd year I've had him, we know each other now. He's like, oh, Ori, this is gonna be, we're gonna kind of look at Ori, it's so funny. And he like goes through and he's like, all you did was get glasses. This is not fair. You haven't changed at all. It's not funny to go back and look at young Ori. You're the same, just without glasses. And I'm like, I win because you can't make fun of me now.
I also have that. Like, I literally look like kind of how I did when I was younger. Like, I look at my high school photos and me now, and I'm like, yeah, I just got more eye
As a
bags.
vampire.
Like, that's the only difference. I got more eye bags and maybe
cheese is delicious.
Like sharper features. I can't tell. I think I look the same.
Some people, you have the glow up from the start.
Okay,
it works out.
Guys, this is what I'm jealous of. These reels always end up on my Instagram. It's the gay glow up where it's like you start off, you're like, you're so awkward, you're in the photo, you kind of look like everyone else, and then bam, cuts to like amazing look, rocking this short hair, the freaking most amazing outfit, and they just look so confident. Where's my gay glow up, huh?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the secret, Mars.
Is my glow up?
The secret, Mars, is you start to care a significant enough amount about your like wardrobe and your appearance that you take the comically long amount of time to get ready.
But I can't do that.
And that's why I'm here.
I wake up 5 minutes before I have to go to work.
I ain't putting on makeup. That's
I like
too much
sleep.
Work. I ain't doing my hair. That's too much work.
I work with kids. They don't care if I'm wearing makeup or not.
That's what I always like have to like remember, right? All these people look great because they are definitely wearing makeup. Because the second you see them without makeup, it's like you're a normal person now. Like you're still like pretty in general, but like they definitely add to it with the makeup, right? Or and short hair. And the 99% of the reason why I'm not getting shorter hair than I normally get is because you would have to style it.
You gotta
every day.
style it.
And I'm
That's
just like,
what drives me crazy. I want short hair. I don't want to style it. That would kill me. I would hate myself.
I would despise.
I just want to brush it out and go.
I literally wake up 30 minutes before I have to leave the house.
Yeah, no, literally, Grenade.
That's it.
Pro, I look super cool. Con, I gotta go to the store and buy clothes, which also sucks.
Hairstyling sucks. Having to do makeup stuff. Having to like really like sit down and think about the outfit you're gonna wear. Also, you and me both, Mars, don't have jobs where you can really go that ham with your outfit, right? I've definitely coordinated like a color palette.
When you're working with kids, you could wear a lot of fun patterns.
Well, you could wear fun patterns. I could wear fun patterns too, but sometimes a lot of the fashion is like definitely not like teacher friendly things, or like
that's very true.
Those sort of things. Or you're wearing like sunglasses and like all these accessories, and it's just like that's just not practical when I gotta do shit. Or it's like I'm sitting here with 3 shirts and 3 pants and another jacket and another jacket and a vest and another jacket.
I gotta be honest, the vibe I want to go for when I'm working in schools is I got my long flowy skirt, I got the pretty blouse, and then I have a skirt wrapped around me and not a scarf around my neck and like dangle earrings, like classic art teacher vibes, but I'm a speech teacher. That's what I want.
I have a beautiful
I want to be the speech teacher that looks like an art teacher.
that I nearly never wear because I'm too fucking lazy and you don't get to see them half the time anyway, because one, I have long hair that I don't always put up, two, I have to wear a hat in the winter because it's so fucking cold, and three,
Guys,
I have to remember.
I don't know how many people can relate to this, but do not wear dangle earrings on windy days
Oh
because
no. With your hair down.
ow! No, not even my hair down. The wind was blowing
Really?
so hard. So one, the earrings are made of metal. The metal is in my earlobes. Like it goes through the
Yeah.
hole. Now my
Uh-huh.
ears are freaking freezing. Two,
Oh.
the wind is blowing and pulling on my ears because it's blowing the earrings backwards. I'm just like, yeah, no, this is pain. I see why
Look at
people
this.
wear studs during the
Another
winter.
reason that Ori
Ow!
can't wear fun earrings. Yeah,
And that's
literally
sometimes
vibe
just
though,
the
Nicole.
time you have.
Hella vibe. Someone else said something I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, Nicole, about the LASIK. My mother got LASIK surgery roughly about my age, and she like offered to pay for it for me because like that's what her parents did, pay for it for me. And I'm like constantly like back and forth about it because it's like I like how I look with glasses, but obviously
You would
not
look
having to
so
have
different
them.
without.
Well, but that's the whole thing. I don't want to not wear glasses in like a fashion way, but obviously the ability to not have to wear glasses is very nice. And
Mm,
like but then I would get like lensless glasses, right? Like fashion glasses. But then I
yeah.
know at least at one point in time that was like a taboo. How dare you wear fake glasses? And it's just like because I had them and I like how they look. But both Dylan and I, for like a very like significant period of our lives, especially when we were dating, and especially right when I got glasses, everyone was like, "Okay, now take one picture with the without the glasses," and we're like, "No, this is the glasses. One, don't have like glare shit because cool technology, but two, we look good with the glasses on. Stop."
I relate. Like my mom is the one who's like, "Oh, take one without my glasses." Meanwhile, I'm like, "No, no, I want to keep them on because without them, I look like an 8-year-old." Like
I
I
wrote
don't know.
Piscium,
The
the winds
glasses
do
just
get
they give
in
me
the
the
way.
age I need.
Yeah, it's not that. You know what I think it also does? It makes me. It's like fake makeup, right?
But it also like
It like
balances
adds something.
everything,
Well, yeah, but
right?
it like adds something, right? I feel like I could not go without doing like makeup with, if I didn't wear glasses. Like I feel like it would just be weird at that point, right? Because the glasses like accentuate your eyes, which is what eye makeup does,
Mhm.
right? And so it's like
True. That's a good
that
point.
is true, Nicole. But so it is like a fake, easy, quick way to do makeup, right?
Here's my makeup, guys. Puts on glasses.
Literally, though.
Thank you for coming to my tutorial.
Oh no, 100% grenade, and that is literally the only reason why I'm like no to lace, just because it's like it's part of it. Which is really funny you say that though, grenade, because Dylan does also wear glasses, and he also like again is like no, I won't take them off for pictures, and no, like that's how I look, and all this sort of stuff. And yet his avatar doesn't have glasses, and the reason I'm like 99% the reason that I thought about that was one, he didn't ask for them, but two, being that he's a tiefling with the horns and the ears, he already has so much going on in the face, and he has like the like the facial markings and the like he just has so much going on in the face area that it's like maybe
He
maybe
is
don't add
set.
another accessory there. We don't need to crowd it too much. But yes, technically Dylan also wears glasses.
Yep, we
He
are
does have a
glasses
busy
gang
character design.
around here.
Exactly, PC. Yeah, imagine putting glasses on Neffy. Like it's just a lot going on. However, someone put glasses, I think it was Epixel, put glasses on Hotson and like,
They did look very good,
top tier.
but Hotson's
Exactly, Nicole.
father does wear glasses, so the apple
Yes.
doesn't fall far from the tree.
I will say, nearly everybody in my family. This is really funny. Okay, this is really funny. So I wear glasses. My father, it doesn't matter about my mother. but she did, like I said, she had LASIX. But we're talking about my father's line. My father wears glasses. I wear glasses. His brother, my uncle, wears glasses. My aunt, my uncle's wife wears glasses. They have 2 children, my 2 cousins. The older one wears glasses. The younger one doesn't wear glasses yet. However, literally all of us are like, he's gonna have to wear glasses. And he's like, no, and
Mhm.
he's like last year of high school, I think. And he's like, no, it's I'm never gonna have to wear glasses. And we're like, bro,
Yeah, you're gonna
almost
have
all of
to.
us got glasses way later in life, okay? Literally only his, his sibling had glasses like from birth basically, but my father didn't get them till college. I didn't get them till high school. My uncle didn't get them till college. My aunt didn't get them till, like high school or something. So it's like, nah, man, next 5 years you're getting like it's happening. It's happening, good sir. I'm sorry to
See,
tell you.
that's hilarious because my family is the exact opposite. We all got our
Yes, it does.
glasses
I'm ready.
really young. Like, I
Mm.
got my glasses when I was in second grade because I was having trouble seeing the board. Like, baby Mars was really struggling. She couldn't see anything. She didn't know why. She had headaches all the time and she was miserable. And then they were like, oh, guess what? You need glasses. You failed your screening test at the nurse's office.
Uh,
So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll get glasses, even though movies have taught me that the person with glasses is never the cool person.
oh my god, I know, right? Same with braces.
Yeah. Oh my
I was
God.
so
Way to teach people that are toxic. Okay, guys, little secret about me. My most hated trope. The girl takes off her glasses and suddenly she
no, I
looks
look
like
way
a
better with
million
glasses.
bucks.
Look way better with
God, I
glasses.
hate that trope. Talk
Mm-mm.
about just
It's
making
so
people feel
funny.
insecure as fuck. Baby Mars did not enjoy it, but she watched a lot of those movies with that premise. So,
It's so funny that you mentioned that because I remember that when I had to get like there's a time period, right? So I think I got glasses in 10th grade, and I'm pretty sure in like 7th or 8th grade maybe I did have one of those like eye tests at the doctor's office, not at the nurse, at the doctor's office, and it was definitely like blurry at like one of the lines, and I started like crying. I was like, I don't want to have to get glasses, and they're like you don't have to, because they're sitting there like, she doesn't really need them yet. It's not like she's driving or anything, so if she's not having a problem at school, like it doesn't have to happen. Like to my mom, you could tell like that's what was happening, because I was like bawling. I was like, no. By the time like then I actually had to get glasses, because there was a point in school where I was like, I can't see the board from the back of the
yeah.
room, and I was definitely like upset about it. And definitely when I first got the glasses, I did the sort of like, you put them on for like class, but you take them off in the hallway,
Mhm.
right? And you're like,
Yup.
I don't want to have to wear the glasses all the time. I only have to wear them for class, guys. It's fine. Like, I chill.
And then
Very quickly
eventually
that
you just
stopped.
give up and you're like, "Yeah, I'll
Well, it's
just
too
leave them on
much
my face.
work to like
I'm
take them off
lazy."
and put them in the case and like put it in your bag and
Exactly.
then.
Well, Ori, it's so funny you mentioned like crying and not wanting the glasses. Since I was in second grade, I was young enough that like people were using like social stories to calm me down or get me okay with the idea of having glasses. Like, oh look, your parents have glasses, your dad has glasses, your uncles have glasses. Like, it's okay. One of the one of the books they gave me to help with this, if anyone knows the Junie B. Jones series,
Yes.
I know you do. But for those of you in chat who may be familiar with it, there was a book where Junie B. Jones has to get glasses. And she was very much the same. She didn't want them. She was like, "Oh, they're gonna look weird. They're gonna look this. I don't want them." But then she warms up to the idea, and eventually, when she, can finally see, she's like, "Oh, this is amazing." And that was the one thing that got me okay with the idea of having glasses, because I was like, "Oh, you mean I'll be able to see? Yes, and your headaches will go away too. You know that pounding you feel in your head? You won't have that anymore." Sold.
See, I didn't have that, but when I got tested like at the optometrist for like glasses, right? And
Oh,
then
it
they
hurts.
give you, well, they gave me like the little like like lenses to like, okay, this is your prescription, like have a look around, like see what it's gonna look like, sort of thing, right? Like because you don't get your glasses right away.
Yeah.
And I like put them on and like look outside. I was like, I'm supposed to be able to see the leaves on the tree over
Yeah.
there.
It's like, wait
That's
a
what
second.
everybody sees.
I'm
The
supposed to be able
leaves.
to read that sign in the distance? What?
Oh no. Dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh,
I
the
like
pressure puff
came
test
home.
got me when I was younger. They don't get me anymore.
Yeah,
But
I've
when
never
I
had a
was
problem
younger,
with
I was
those.
like, what the fuck is this? Don't like.
But I like came home and I watched like after I got my glasses and I watched like some cartoon. It must have been Adventure Time if I'm being honest. And I was like, the lines are crisp. Like HD means something, you know, like on the TV. Like I was like, HD is a lie. HD is a scam, right? Because I couldn't tell the fucking difference. Everything was blurry. And so I was like, I never realized HD was like an actual thing. That my parents are like, oh, you can see their pores. And I was like, what?
Oh, you
You
can't.
can't? They look the
You're all
same.
delusional.
Literally. But I am apparently so sensitive with like my prescription. I like had my most recent eye test. I got a new prescription and I had to go back like 3 times because it was just not right. Like I was like, I'm seeing worse out of these than the old glasses. This is not how this should work. Get like
Yeah,
I
that's
never got
all
headaches,
right.
but I would get like vertigo, right? Like I would get like sick. Like I would be nauseous, right? And it was just like, no. And I was like, no, no,
Yeah,
no. I'm
this is
looking.
not how the world should be.
My parents' house has this like long hallway, you know, area corridor. It's not like a full hallway, but it's like, you know, a straight stretch. And at the end of it, at the, you know, is the stove clock, like the little digital clock on the oven, on the stove. And so to test to make sure that I wasn't being Delulu, I like had like the new glasses on and it's like, okay, I can walk to here without squinting and read the thing clearly. Puts old glasses on. Nope, I could walk like 8 feet further back. Like where this is not right. Oh, enthuse, it's glasses time. Embrace it.
Embrace it. One of us. One of us. Just go for it. Glasses are cool now. It's not like the
Oh
2000s
no,
anymore.
a grenade. She couldn't see it. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh Nicole, that's so funny. Your younger sister, the
Aw.
opposite.
Enthuse, it might be time.
Yeah, it might be time, Enthuse. Embrace it, Enthuse. I literally don't think there's a single person in this world that cannot pick the right frame of glasses and not literally look hotter.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
don't think there's like I literally cannot imagine a singular person in this world that
Trust
can
me.
get the right frame of glasses. Obviously there's wrong frames. Like not everyone can wear the big round ones, not everyone can wear like the really square. You know, like you do have to pick the right ones. But I literally think that there is a pair of fucking glasses out there that literally will always upgrade like your look. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Like literally I could put glasses on every single Outcast character. Easy.
They would look
Pick the right
hot.
frame. Damn, just even
They
like
look
they're
so
already
good.
hot. Now imagine. Imagine.
Aster
Right?
with reading glasses.
Oh god.
Yes.
I've been thinking about sketchbook things, yes. I drew a bunch of really, really like goofy Leo sketches. I was trying to be like really loose to try and like figure it out. Cause I got that one Chilchuk looked really good like Chilchuk. The other
That
two were
one
like
Chilchuk
kind of
looks
Chilchuk, but the one where he's
amazing.
screaming at Link, I was like, that looks exactly like Chilchuk. Which Outcast character would wear circle frames?
Probably Ferrex.
I can see Ferrex. I can see Aster with like the little ones.
I could see Aster with the little ones.
Like the little reading ones, right?
I could see Sinnit with like the Harry Potter.
Yeah, I could
ones.
see Sinnit with like the
He just
Harry
has
Potter
very
ones.
rounded features.
Exactly.
It would pair really nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Hotzen's is definitely a square or a rectangle
Square,
frame.
but like the bottom half is the frame, the top half is open.
Yeah, like yours.
That's the good vibe. Yeah, exactly like mine. That's the good vibe. Milano's is kind of like in the middle, where it's like
Yeah.
where it's like the what's it
Milano's, I
called?
feel, would kind of look like my IRL glasses, actually.
Yeah. No, what's that shape called? Trapezoid, like the trapezoid,
Trapezoid.
right? They got a little
Yeah.
trapezoid.
It's like a wider
Huge.
rectangle that opens up the eyes a bit.
Nicole, and literally anybody who is in the Ko-fi and has little goofy sketches they want to see of Outcast characters, put it in the special Ko-fi Discord channel, because I constantly am at work and I'm like, I want a sketch, but head empty because God, this is so boring. So put that shit in there so I can look at it and remember it. Oof. Oh no, grenade! No! Don't, not sitting on them. The orange was a good, yeah, especially because like when you look at Vash gives like Sinnet vibes as
Oh,
well. Obviously, Hotsun looked good with the Circle
Vash.
Vash vibes too, the Circle Vash glasses too.
He did, but it made him look like it worked, don't get me
It made him
wrong,
look younger.
but it made him look younger,
Yeah,
whereas I think
yeah.
rectangle
Milano
or
looked
open squares
perfect
would look
in
like a
Wolfwood's glasses
researcher.
though, because those are like your
Oh,
glasses.
he looks so good.
I'm gonna show this off now. Just I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, have seen it already, but it's a good vibe and we need it. Where is it? I have too many fucking folders.
Ooh! Ori, did you see the comments section in the Discord? All the spoilers?
I did not. When did this
We have
happen?
three things at 8:47
Oh,
tonight.
okay. It was just today. Okay. I didn't miss
Yeah.
too much.
No, but I didn't get the ping. I was going on to pull up like a fan art reference so I could see like
Uh-huh.
what kind of glasses, and then I stumbled across this and I'm like, "Ooh, people are theorizing."
Oh, I'll have to really, really, really read it. Who came in? Where do I want? I was getting glasses stuff. That's what was happening. Where's the Milano one? Okay, we'll just have them together because I don't know where the separate ones are. Boop. Yeah, see? So there he is with the big round glasses, which are not the glasses I think he would actually wear, but he was Vash cosplaying. So, but these are the
He,
Milano glasses,
he
man.
does
Look
look
at this.
good in them.
Look at
He
this.
just looks so baby in them.
He
That's the
does. He
thing.
looks extra. He's already soft, so
He looks
he's just like
extra
extra
baby,
soft now. Oh, if you haven't
which is
seen these
perfect for
grenade,
Vash.
I will have to find the short hair Milano one then. Just cuz it's important.
But like when you think about it, these glasses really work for Vash's character because the whole thing is he does try to make himself look as non-threatening as possible. That's
Oh
why he
yeah.
wears the oversized coat. That's why he has the glasses that hide not only the lines in his eyes, but like they make him look more innocent.
Here we go.
It's peak character design. I could gush about
Here's short
Vash
hair
Trigun
Milano
forever.
for your viewing pleasure. Mars is here for this one, guys.
Mm.
Mars is very here for this one. There he is. Lovely. All right. Get back.
God, short hair Milano
When are we
is
doing
a
Outcast dubbed in
vibe.
French? No idea. Barely know when it's gonna happen in Spanish. It's. I'm gonna say grenade. I have no idea how to pronounce it in French.
Guys, the bloopers of Ori coaching me to speak Spanish for Sinnet
The
segments.
Spanish ones.
It took us
Mars
2
took too much
hours.
Japanese. Mars took too much Japanese. I will say I'm very
did.
happy with my new Ferrex lines though from the old Ferrex lines. I think my voice acting has
Oh
improved.
yeah.
So
Nah, she nailed it.
I actually okay.
It's not coming out yet,
No,
but we
yeah,
did try recording lines.
we recorded literally only Mars's as Synod, I think. Yeah, that's been it. The goal is to one day, I will say, I'm a bit swamped now with making the dub itself come out just English, so that's more like a eventually thing. But that is a dream that I would like to do, just because I feel fairly confident in my Spanish, and we have a large Spanish audience, you know, for the Spanish version of Outcast. So I think it'd be nice.
I think it'd
And
be
maybe Oscar
swell.
won't make too much fun of us in the end.
Yeah,
I,
no.
I think I
There's no
pronounce
escaping
okay.
that.
Mars, we had to coach a lot.
I do not pronounce okay, so I will be made
Dylan
fun
has
of
been taking Duolingo
relentlessly.
for over 40 days streak, so
Ooh.
it is. So this is what's interesting in this. The Spanish audience, the Spanish Outcast comic has significantly more subscribers, but far less page views and definitely less like interactions in general. So we have 141 English subscribers, but 8,450 page views. Versus on the Spanish one, we have 387 now. Okay, that shot up recently, I think.
A buzzing noise?
Is a buzzing noise? I don't hear anything with Mars's thing.
Oh, you're right. I hear it. Okay, give me a sec.
Interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is bad. Hang on, I'm going to reconnect.
Interesting. That just started happening? Huh. But we only have 4,900 views. So it's just interesting. Sort of
Ori, hold on a second. I'm listening to see if I'm still buzzing. No, I'm still buzzing. Why?
Okay, let me try one more thing real quick
Why
before
am
you
I
do something.
buzzing?
Hold on. Now speak.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Are you still buzzing?
Hang on. That's good. We're good.
Okay. All right. Then it might
What did you
have been.
fix?
So when I did dub editing, I had to do some audio shenanigans to make sure that only I could hear the dub noises and you could still talk. But technically that feature in OBS is like beta still, so I think it just kind of crapped out.
So they need to
switched
workshop it
over.
a little bit more.
Well, if it was only for a little bit, so it wasn't like it was, and nobody's had a problem with it, last stream. So
Oh, that's good.
it was just a weird thing.
Yeah, it just I turned the sound on to hear what everyone else was listening to, and it was literally blah 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 zzz, blah 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 zzz. I'm like, what the
Interesting.
fuck?
Well, all fixed. So yeah,
All
we have
fixed. Thanks for letting us know, guys.
over twice, nearly 3 times the amount of subscribers on the Spanish one, but
Yeah, which
double
is
the
kind
amount
of
of views
wild.
on the English one. So it's just interesting how it's interacted with. Whew.
Yeah.
French version. We recently got a bunch. We have it's definitely the
Not
smallest one.
sure.
We have 21 subscribers, which recently went up because we were kind of stuck at like 16 for a little bit there. So that's been growing a little bit. And then we have 893 page views.
Nice.
So it's definitely slowly growing. Ooh. We just got some comments, it looks like, that I didn't notice before.
Ooh. This is a big night, you guys.
Indeed. Yeah, lots of cool Aka stuff coming. Very, very nice. I've been working on it. I haven't been slacking like I was. I've been working on it all week. Is that good?
I'm gonna get back to coloring tomorrow.
I'm gonna say no matter what grenade in all of our levels, we're kind of small as Webtoon, standards go. But it's kind of tough to grow on Webtoon just in general. So I'm pretty stoked about the level that we have, and honestly the dedication that we have, right? The fact that you guys are like
honestly more than we ever
and
thought
reading
we'd
the comic,
have,
but
so
also watching our
that
YouTube
in and of
videos and
itself.
also watching all of our streams, like honestly that means a lot more in a way that it's like you're here for the whole package is kind of neat. That you're like, no matter what you're doing, you guys are chill and cool and we want to hang out, and I'm like, aw,
Yeah.
how nice.
And you guys are vibing, you're making theories and a whole bunch of things. It's so cool.
Exactly. Oh, that's the coolest thing. Whenever you guys like talk about the comic and thing, it's like,
Whenever you guys talk, make fan art or anything, I'm like,
Yes,
ooh,
literally any singular piece of fan. Meme, like, I don't care. If you do anything and it's like, I thought about the comic and did a thing, it's like, wow. It's nuts. Leaving a comment on the webtoon, nuts. Like, wow. Literally, if
crazy.
just like, this was cool, like, I don't care. Just the fact that you, like, did that is like, oh. Every time I see someone in chat's name that I like pop up in the webtoon comments, I'm like, ooh,
Like,
through
ooh.
lines, neat. I also like the dubs probably give us the best like reach overall.
Oh, definitely.
Not every dub pops off, but it definitely gives us more reach than anything else. We definitely have a good 60-75% of the time a dub does decently well eventually, and then we get like an influx of people. And you know, I like we have a couple comments that are like, I came here from YouTube, or you'll get like a YouTube video and they'll be like, I immediately have gone over to Webtoon and I'm back and it's great. And it's just like,
And it's like, oh,
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Grenade, so next, I think, yeah, I think some of the videos have come out that you have cut, but next month is like all videos you've cut, Grenade. So, it's very cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I am curious to see Grenade TM edits.
There's only some edits. It's all the cuts though. So I make Grenade do the grunt work. But then Grenade also like surprises me with little edits, and it's like, oh, nice. It's funny to watch because I'm experiencing for the first time too. There's one where I say like face swap 8 times in a row because I'm very excited. I go like face swap, face swap, face swap,
face swap.
until it's like no, and Grenade makes an edit for that one, and it's really funny.
No.
Oh, thank you, Enthuse. I have considered that I'm chill and cool, but sometimes your perspective of yourself is not everyone's.
See, cool maybe. Chill, I don't know. I don't feel chill.
I think we're pretty chill, but we're also excitable.
Oh, we're definitely excitable.
What would we be if not excitable?
That is very true. Be pretty boring.
Indeed, indeed. I had a brain way and then I lost it, so here we are now. Mars can be a little stressed and it's cool as a treat.
Well, I will say, like, stress-wise, doing pretty good today, you know? I did some mental health things, all nice. Took myself to the bakery after work, like, as a
Ooh.
little treat. I got
See,
a cinnamon Danish. It was so fucking good.
I'm such a lame person. There has been twice now. I have literally parked in the parking lot of a chocolate shop. And I have decided, however, it is at the location that is furthest from my house. So both times I have decided, I really just want to go home. I've been up since like 5:30 in the morning. I really just want to go home and not sit in, you know, I have to drive over an hour to get home. And if I wait too long, it's going to be like over an hour and a half to get home. And I just want to go home, okay?
I want to go home to my couch, to my bed, and my fully stocked fridge.
You think I'm cool? Thank you, Mason. I appreciate it. I think I'm pretty cool too, but I do know that I am a specific taste.
Aren't we all? Acquired, if you will.
The as a treat bit is something you wish you could share. That's okay. So Grenade, that reminds me. I watched today's episode of Cherry Magic because I was so bored at work today, and I just have so much time to sit. And I had to like it was good, and then the like ending bit was just like nuts. And I'm specifically not spoiling because Mars has to watch it, and I need her to like watch it like clean. It's really good. But I like am typing out to Mars in like all caps in the thing
She's,
after
like,
watching it like,
all
oh my
caps,
god,
like,
this is the cool thing.
You're eating
I'm, like,
so well.
literally, my brain is like, oh, like Cherry Magic fucking ate. It's served. We're so well fed. This is the shit. Like I am
The
full.
only thing I can think is the main characters like had a really sweet, passionate kiss
And
or
I
something.
like had a moment like before I sent this message where I'm just like, wow, slang is weird. like I'm saying, like it served, it ate, because you could say that the show ate, right? Like it was good. The show ate, but also we're eating good tonight, right? Like all the like it's wild, it's nuts. Slang is weird.
It was hysterical.
Yeah, we got Cherry Magic as a
All
treat
caps,
today. It was just-
Bolded, like
it was
holy
literally
crap,
the
she's
entire
going
thing was caps.
nuts.
Oh my! I was freaking out of my car. I was like, I was having such a good time, and I'm like,
I
I'm
want
too
to watch it.
close to like the crew members here. Like, I'm glad that they're not looking at my car, as I'm just in here in like my like high vis vest. I'm just like, ooh.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this. I know
It's
for a
really
fact the
cute.
characters did not. So the show is rated M. So I don't know if the manga gets spicy, but due to Ori's reaction, I'm going to assume that spice doesn't happen because she would never squeal over spice. She
It's
squeals
certainly not
over
spice.
fluff.
It's really, really good. It's really nice. Pastry Puff, I do recommend it. It's really funny.
It's really good.
Cute.
It
and it's
throws
so
out all the
wholesome.
BL
And I'm
tropes
just like,
that came from the 2000s. Like, don't get me wrong,
it's so good.
the old
No,
BLs are
seriously, though.
great, but there are some problematic
also,
elements.
it
They toss them
starts-
away, and it's great.
It starts as like a slow burn, and Mars as it begins, Mars is like, this is gonna be a slow burn. And I'm like, one, I'm enjoying, but two, like halfway through the season, if not earlier, they're
Literally
like, nope,
episode
they're
6.
together now. It's like
Yeah.
nice. And now we're having like relationship time, and I'm like,
We get to
Ooh.
actually see them interact as a couple and figure out their problems together and talk to each other and just like, yes, thank you for not treating gang together as, oh, end game, time to end the
Yeah.
show. Like,
no, it's so cute.
there's so much more beyond that.
And there's no, and it's not, and the part that is kind of like slow burny, quote unquote, at the beginning, is definitely not like the annoying kind, right? Like the characters are not together because they have like valid concerns, and they're like trying to think about like their life
Well,
and like
no,
how they
here's the
vibe.
thing. They are both baby gays. That's
Yes!
what's so brilliant
But
about
in
it.
very
Neither
different
one
ways.
was
and
ready
it's
to
just-
expect to fall for a guy.
but in very different ways, and there's
Yes.
like figuring themselves out at the same time, and then like, oh my goodness. I will say what I will quote unquote spoil, but obviously not really a spoiler. We do get the side couple in this one too. It's a really cute. They interact,
So
and it's
adorable.
nice. And oh my god, oh okay, their little thing is coming along well too. They're really cute.
Oh,
And
yours is adorable. It's really funny with the side characters because one of them is a friend of our main character, Adachi, and he's a romance writer. But of course, he's a romance writer that doesn't know how to handle
Yeah.
his own romantic life.
exactly. And
So,
so
It's hilarious.
good.
He ends up going to the library. He's like, dating for dummies. Wait, what am I doing? I'm picking up a dating for dummies book? How low have I fallen?
Yeah, that's just for idiots. The For Dummies book.
That
But it's
cracked
also
me
great
up
because
so
he is
hard.
a good romance novelist. Like he's renowned. like
brilliant
he's good at it.
romance writer.
But when it comes to like he just like
When it
shuts
comes
down
to
and he's
his
like,
own
oh
life,
shit,
he's
what do
just
I say?
like,
What do I
I
say?
don't know what to do.
What's lovely about it is it's not actually like he like totally clems up. It's like he knows what to say, but he doesn't know how to get to that point, right? Because he
Yeah.
can't set up the scenario
Like,
to be what he wants.
He'll say something like, oh my gosh, his umbrella is so cute. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. And it's like, How
Well,
is avoiding the rain bin?
my favorite one is they like meet each other by chance, just like out and about, and
Oh
the
yeah,
romance
that
writer
was
is like
such a
sitting on
cute
a
scene.
bench, and the other guy, he's like a delivery guy, he like comes by, and they like notice each other, and
He's also been
they
buying
have
more
like,
stuff so he can see the
yeah,
delivery boy more
but
often.
so they
Really
don't
funny.
really know each other very well at this point, right? But they do know each other enough. They're like, you know, like pretty good acquaintances at this point, but they definitely don't know a lot about each other. And he just has this random moment of like, so do you want to go get tea? And it's just like, well, that is definitely a line in like a romance thing. That could be a nice thing. This is not the time. This is not the time for that. It's really funny. Would I
You
say
can pull.
I can pull?
I don't know what that
what?
means. I don't know slang-wise what that means.
I feel like to say that slang, you need to have a what in it. Can I pull a model, right? Like that's like how that statement is good, right? Like I don't know what else I'm pulling. Do I have Riz? I would say somehow
Is that
yes,
what
but
people are
Dylan is
saying
the
now?
highest Riz.
Are they using pull in place
I
of
do
Riz
not need a
now?
subject.
We
I don't need a
literally
subject.
just got Riz.
Okay. No, Riz has been around for long enough for the current state of everything. You don't need
Oh
a
my
subject anymore? I'm
God.
so used to having like a subject. But alright, if we don't need a subject. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, but I always heard it with a subject. But alright. If it doesn't need a subject. Yeah, can I pull Neffy? See, that's how I would have said it. Alright, alright. I would say surprisingly yes, but I am very, very ace, and thus I don't think about it. So I have been asked out more than I ever expected to be. And I've definitely had some interesting encounters with people in school. but sort of like after that is definitely like, there's definitely a lot of times where it's like looking back and it's like, oh yeah, that guy probably did like me, or oh yeah, that guy probably did think I looked, you know, good, or like that was a little weird, but like at the time I'm just like, this is odd. And you know, but I would say Dylan has the highest Riz by far. The amount of times that he's like been asked, or like people say stuff and he's like no, I'm in the relationship, no,
I'm taken.
no,
Big
not
on.
what we wanted. That was really funny. Marin, yeah, Marin can pull nephews. See, look at that.
I'm thinking back to my own experience. I actually was asked out a lot, but I was just either too awkward, too nervous, did respond, and then life, or
it's the other way around.
Stuff flew out of control where I wanted a friend and someone else wanted more, and I was like, yeah, no,
I was also
awkward.
so. This is probably the like awkwardest I was ever, and I didn't mean to be mean, but it was definitely like a dense like relationship way. I had a best friend who was a guy from like basically kindergarten, and
the best kind.
Yeah. And we hung out a lot, and we went to like the school dances together. We had like, they were called canteens in like middle school, and they were like school dances. And they were literally just a place to like hang out, eat pizza, and like
it's literally
chill.
like dance room in the auditorium. There's food table set up in the cafeteria, cookies, pizza,
ping
soda,
pong and knock hockey
the
in
pong.
the other cafeteria.
Yep. And then you had
there was
some
Guitar
people just
Hero
wandering
in
the halls because they didn't know what to do with themselves.
But otherwise, you just
I
kind of
think
chilling.
they had Smash Brothers one year.
Maybe. I remember the Guitar Hero though. Point is that I always went with this friend, and I always thought of him as a friend, and that's not the main part of the story. However, we had another guy. He asked me to the canteen, and I didn't like try to be mean, but like obviously when you think about it now, it's like, yeah, I was really, this was really mean. I was like, oh, I'll go with
Ori,
you.
what did you do?
So he's like, oh, Ori, do you want to go to the canteen with me? And let's call the other person. Did he have a food nickname? We'll call him Scone. This is my best friend from kindergarten. We'll call him Scone. So the other guy, he's like, Ori, you know, would you like to go to the canteen with me? And I was just like, oh, well, you know, I normally go with Scone, but if he doesn't want to go, I'll go with you. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Because I didn't even think about either of these things as being romantic. Oh my god.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so funny. Yeah. Brutal.
Ouch.
It's okay. It's okay. I honestly actually don't. That guy was kind of shady in the end. I'm pretty sure that he only asked me out to try and get to my other friend.
That's
because it was like he asked her out first and then asked me out, and it was kind of like, a
nah,
little suspect.
don't be anyone's second choice, you guys.
Yeah. So it's
You're
like,
worth
honestly,
so much more than
kind of
that.
deserved. I was just more upfront about it.
You know?
Also,
It was deserved.
if you've been around for the Ori lore on stream for a long time, Scone was the person that another friend wrote friend fiction with me about that I brutally ripped up. I was a menace,
Doesn't get more
guys.
awkward than that.
I have the Riz in the sense of that I'm very genuinely myself, and if you like rather tall, strong, independent woman, it's like, here we are. And it's like, Dylan was like, yes. You know, here we are. Work down.
I'm like,
He was
I'm
the
thinking
second
back.
choice to Scone, yes.
Middle school was definitely the wildest experiences in terms of dating. Like, not actually dating, but like starting to navigate that world, you know? So there was one more, I was literally just walking in the hall in middle school. I think I was going to class, and this random guy, I don't know who he was. I don't know what grade he was in. I never saw him or talked to him before in my life. But he literally came up to me and was like, hey, do you want to go out? I had no idea what to do. Like, this is like 7th grade, 8th grade, little Mars, just a baby. No idea what to do. Here's this random guy approaching her saying, hey, let's go out. And I'm like, I only have class on my mind. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know you. Who are you? Where did you come from? What grade are you in? I don't even know. I literally started stammering and was just like, I have to go to class. I turned around and walked away. I didn't even like give him an answer. I just got to class and I was like, did that actually happen? And then, you know, then comes the whole like, oh fuck, should I have said yes? Is that what I'm supposed to do? God damn it. But like that's how you know it wouldn't have been a good decision. If you're like, oh man, is that what I'm supposed to do? And not, oh, I wanted to say yes. Like, would have been a bad result either way. And then the other one that was really fucking weird. So I was in health class. This one was definitely 7th grade. There was one guy in our grade. I'm trying to think of a food name for him.
You start with the first letter and then you just pick a food that has the same first letter. That's how it goes.
Yeah, the problem is my brain is blanking on that. Got any M's?
M. Oh yeah. Meat.
Yeah.
Milk.
Cookie.
Milk is a
We'll
good
call him-
one.
No, I'm not calling him milk.
Maize. Like.
Nah. No, we got a Mason. That's not gonna work.
This is true.
All right,
Mango.
we'll go.
There you go.
We'll go
Or
with
marshmallow. Pick
I'll
one.
call him
Yeah.
Marsh for
There you
short.
go.
All right, so Marsh was a very interesting character. He kind of just like did what he wanted. He was definitely known as the class clown. He definitely did like some strange things, and eventually, at least later down the line, he did briefly work his way into the friend group, which was interesting, but that's a story for another day. Basically, what happened in health class, I don't know what the hell prompted this, but he
You
made
coming in
a
mid-conversation, Mason,
paper,
is so funny.
but he made a paper ring and started trying to propose to me at the end of health class.
Oh my god.
And again, I had no idea what the hell to do, because like I don't want to say anything because what does this mean? Does it mean
Yeah.
we're dating? Does it mean I have to go out with him? So I'm just like, no, thank you. And he's still following me. He's like, Mars, marry me. I'm just like, no, no, thank you.
Goodbye.
No, literally, I'm just like trying to walk to the other side of the room. I'm trying to join the other girls. Eventually, they jump in and they're like, Marsh, leave Mars alone.
Go away.
What is happening?
No,
I
guys,
don't know what is happening right now.
Mars-
And then, yeah, in high school, he did eventually kind of work his way into the friend group. Again, I have no idea how that happened. I think he was hanging out with some of the other guys I was friends with, and then it just kind of, we all kind of gelled after a while. We all kind of came together, which was really wild. And, you know, he kind of simmered down by then. But then he did some kind of heinous shit to one of my best friends, so that
oof.
bullet dodged.
Yeah, really. Oof.
But yeah, those were the two most awkward.
Can I tell
ones
one
in middle
story that
school.
you
I
told
was
me,
just-
Mars?
What the fuck? Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is Mars. I will have to say Mars, statistically now, must have more Riz because Mars much more recently was asked out by a guy when she went to take an exam.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, do you want to tell the story
No,
or should
go ahead.
I?
You should.
Oh my gosh, my cat just opened my door. Hello,
Ghost kitty.
Misty Bomb. Okay,
Your
yeah.
kindergarten life grenade. Get a divorce.
Yeah, you should file for divorce. Be free.
Indeed.
Okay, yeah, no, this was wild, guys. So, I had to go take a test for my certification to work in the field I want to work in. I think I could say the name of this test. It's called the EAS, Education for All Students.
Nice pastry puff.
It's part of
Sick
my
literal
teaching
burn.
certificate that I need to work in the field I want to work in. It just gives me some more
For
versatility.
shame.
Grenade, how could you? So, to make a long story short, I go to the testing center, I take the test, and this was at a point where was I driving? I must have been driving because I was in school, but my dad had taken me that day. That's right. I had only driven to school and I was nervous to drive to the testing center, so I had my dad drive me because I still wasn't too confident finding my way around places.
Vibe
yet.
though.
Oh, big vibe.
I had my
So-
parents drive me to my arborist exam. It's like, please.
Because it's just like, I don't want to have to listen to the GPS while driving. That's too much
Or God
work.
forbid I like fail, because at least with the arborist exam you find out like right on the spot. And God forbid I fail and now I'm like upset and now I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
drive home. Like God, no.
That would have been miserable. But yeah, no, not emergency alert system. Education for all students. Or educating all students. It is one of those. But so I took the test, and now I have to wait for my dad to come back to pick me up. So I'm kind of chilling in the lobby at this point. The guy who checked me in, you know, very nice, very friendly. He's coming towards the end of his shift, so he's like, "Oh hey, how'd it go?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it went well. Like I'm making amicable chat because like I have no reason not to. He's friendly. I'm bored. I'm waiting.
Just
Why not
chilling.
talk to somebody?" Exactly. So we get to talking and he's like, "Oh, what were you taking the test for?" I tell him a little bit about my major. I mentioned like, "Oh, I'm studying here. I'm going for this degree, so fingers crossed, yada yada yada." And then somehow we got to talking about anime. Funniest thing he said was, "You look like someone who watches anime." So not only do I exude Riz, but I exude weeb vibes as well,
The
apparently.
classic. The
I
classic.
just it's oozing off me, you guys. But we're
Sure,
chatting,
grenade.
we're talking a bit about anime. There was something coming out at the time that I was obsessed with and talking about, and he was obsessed and talking about it too. So we were really vibing. And then at one point he goes, "Hey, this is kind of out of nowhere, but would you like to go out sometime?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Oh fuck."
Uh-oh.
I'm like, uh-oh, spaghettios. So I turn him down. I'm like, you're really nice and I appreciate talking, but I'm just not looking for anything right now. But I appreciate it though. And he's like, hey, no worries. You seem really friendly. You good luck with everything. And it's like it ended very amicably. So I was grateful for that. But I was just like, oh my god, the freaking testing center person, the person who admits the people into the room
Yeah,
to sit at the
the
computers to
testing
take the
center
test,
like
was flirting with me.
administrative assistant
Not
basically.
not a person who was also taking a test, the administrative person. He was around the same age, so like that wasn't an issue, but it was still like, what the actual fuck?
You know, I like
No.
suppressed this even though it just happened.
Oh, you know the one I need to share? I'll do
What?
it after yours though.
Oh, okay.
But
Mine's
there was
really
another
quick.
moment.
Mine's really quick. I work with, crews, right? And they do a lot of digging and like gas line work, sometimes electric line work, everything like that. But so like I work in the same areas, so like slowly you get to know like the foreman basically. You like can have repeat foremen for the different, because we work for a lot of different companies, but you can tell like, oh, if it's like this company's job, I might have this foreman, right? Because they have their specific areas, even though I go everywhere. And so there's this one foreman that I have definitely seen a lot of, and it was just the other day. I think it must have been Tuesday or Wednesday. It must have been Tuesday. I think it had to be Tuesday. And and it was funny because, I was like, Dylan's like, he's gonna go tell everybody about, the engagement at work. And I was like, I don't really have people to do that because I work alone. And, it's not like I'm not gonna bring up randomly to the crew people, like, oh, I just got engaged. But he, like, we're chilling, and I'm like waiting for them to finish digging this hole because they're almost done. And he's like, oh, so are you married? And I was like, oh, well, I just got engaged. It's like, oh, very nice, or something like that, blah, blah, blah. Then later, at the end of the day, he made this random offhand comment that I totally just, like, completely, and it was, like, because they were, like, trying to finish up the hole or whatever, and I was like, oh, like, are you gonna dig more holes today or whatever, because it was getting late to the... Yes, Deuce! Did you not see the thing? Oh, you're not on the thing. Don't put it in a different thing. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people here didn't hear. I'll say it again. Thank you. It just happened on Sunday, so it's still a little odd. But and he said something along the lines of like, I'll be seeing you so much, I'll be like your second husband. And I was just like, aha!
Nope.
Like, that's odd. Well, but yes, hello everybody who wasn't here on Tuesday. We're probably gonna announce it tomorrow as well to everybody else. But on Sunday, yes, this past Sunday, so it hasn't even been a week yet, Dylan proposed to me and I said yes. And it was very nice. It was very romantic. And
guys,
Dylan
Dylan
raised
has
the bar for everybody. Yeah. So Mars,
Okay.
if you want to tell your story that you had, and then I'll tell the engagement story.
Oh,
and I'll also tell the story about how
love
Dylan and
to.
I met because it's short but funny, and it relates.
Okay, so final story where I accidentally riz someone. I had a friend
Thank
in
you, Nicole.
undergrad.
Thank you, Grenade. Pastry Puff.
I had a friend in undergrad that I had met in orientation. And for a couple years.
Is this Japanese boy?
Yeah, this is Japanese
Oh,
boy.
yes! This is so good. I think this is hilarious every time.
Yeah, Ori loves this story.
I don't know why.
So we had been friends for a while. And at the time, I was coming out of not a bad breakup, like it was a complicated situation. I
A
had
rough
broken up
relationship
with my ex, and so I broke up with him as an ex, and then I broke up with him as a friend because it was just all going south.
It was all.
So
it
at
was
that
all a
point, I was getting kind of really fed up where I was like, why can't I have one good guy friend in my life that doesn't want anything more from me? Like I was really feeling pretty bitter at the time, I won't lie. And this guy was kind of that. Like we could just like go to the dining hall and chill. We could go to clubs and chill. We could talk about anime, hang out and watch, and it was all very chill. So we were taking Japanese class. Now we didn't have the same class together, but we did have the same professor, just at different times. So we're texting each other about the homework, like, oh, did I conjugate this correctly? Did I do this? I'm like, yeah, it looks good. We're texting each other back and forth. And then he texts, do you want to go out? Or do you want to go on a date in Japanese? So I see that and my stomach plummets because
So
I'm just
funny
like,
to me, though.
oh no.
It's Mars's
So-
response that gets me, though, guys.
So I texted him back because I was like, this can't be what it is. It just can't be. So I decide to play dumb purposefully. I texted him back, yeah, it looks like you conjugated that correctly. You used the correct form of like shall we or like the proper format for asking. So he's like, okay, so do you? And I'm like, oh no, this is that. So I text back, do I what?
Ugh.
Still playing dumb because I'm like, this is your
She
get
dug
out of
herself
jail.
into this hole.
This is your get out of jail free card, man. This is your get out of jail free card. Take it now. Take it now.
I'm giving you another chance.
I'm giving you a chance. So he texts back in English, do you want to go out with me? Now here's where it gets hilarious because I had a roommate at the time and we also had a friend over. We were all doing homework together in the same room. And I see that message. I screamed fuck and threw my phone across the room to land on the bed because I'm not crazy. But
Only
I
a little
threw my phone.
crazy.
I was like, yeet, get that thing away from me.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Bro had
My-
so much time to back out.
He had so much time. He had so many opportunities. And my roommate and my friend look at me
Bro
and they're
was
like,
determined.
what just happened? What did you read? And I'm like, you go read it. Open my phone and go read it. I can't. I'm doing homework. Leave me alone.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
So funny.
So, yeah. And I will be honest, it was mainly because of me that friendship fizzled out because I
Couldn't
was
do
so
it.
bitter at the time. I could not bring myself because I had tried. I had tried to take someone who had feelings for me and no, we could still make this work. We could still have a friendship, and it had blown up in my face. And that was super recently, so I was still burned from
Fresh.
the emotional maturity was just not there. I will be the first to admit it, and the friendship fizzled out very sadly.
Yeet indeed.
I was like, God damn it. And then fast forward a couple years later, I have another guy friend and his mom pushing us to be together. I'm just
Oh yeah,
like,
there's a lot of problems. I had one of those, but it was definitely like the guy's way of being like testing the waters, you know? And I was like, no.
I feel like the texting situation, he was kind of testing the waters, but he was also like, he
Could've
thought
backed
this
out.
would be like his cute moment, like, oh, we'll
Could've
be
backed
able
out.
to reflect on this.
What a chance.
He had
Alright.
so many chances.
So,
But that scream was feral.
yeah.
I apologize for everyone's eardrums.
Like, the guy was... it's not like a red flag, but it's definitely like
he was-
buddy.
He was not a bad guy. He was definitely
Definitely
not
like
a bad
buddy.
guy. He was very sweet. If he did that to anyone else, I'm sure he would have won.
It's just like
It
you
would've-
had
it
a
would've been
chance,
good.
bro.
It was a bad time, and I wasn't the person for it.
Yeah.
Was
Like
the
you had a
problem.
chance.
Exactly.
But
But I don't bear him any ill will. He was very sweet. It was just bad timing.
well, I'm gonna ask chat. Do we want to hear the engagement story? I don't want to tell it if nobody's interested.
I don't
But
know.
I will
Everyone
tell
seems
it.
to be on this relationship train.
I mean, yeah, we are. But I definitely don't want to bore people if they're like, "Oh no, we're done with the lovey-dovey
you
stuff."
think people would be bored with your engagements?
you never know.
Guys, how are you going to clear the
Okay.
bar if you
We
don't know
wanna
where
hear.
the bar is?
Yeah, all right. So, I had um Dylan actually took me to go like pay, like make a wedding ring, an engagement ring. Words, God, words are weird. So yeah, at one
Words
point he
at
was
10
like
o'clock are
ask me
hard.
like what sort of thing do I want, and you know we kind of understood that it was going to be like custom. It is fully custom made. And so we actually went together because it was definitely much more important that, like, not that I didn't know what the ring looked like, but that it was something that I did really like, and he wasn't, like, trying to guess. So it was fully custom made, so I didn't actually, so while I knew what it was going to look like roughly, I was only there for, like, the very initial sort of, like, steps of the process, like the very, very beginning, and, he did all the rest. And he did it in secret, and only one time was I, like, suspicious that that's what he was doing, but I never actually knew when the ring came in, right? So I never knew when it was, like, when he had it or anything like that. So I had no idea when it was going to happen. Yes, I think I can... I'll take a picture now, actually. I don't think I have a picture of myself.
It's going in the Discord, guys.
Yeah. Where's a good lighting? Oh, it's so... Zooming is hard. There it is. Alright. I think that's good. And, it'll be in the couch. So I had no idea, like, when it was happening. I just knew that, like, it was on the horizon, right? But no idea otherwise when. And, so, brain is dying now. So we had a time, like, you know, obviously I moved in at the beginning of the year, and, you know, everything was just fine, whatever. And, you know, we used to go on, like, out to dinner pretty much, like, every week when, like, we would hang out, because we only hung out, like, once a week when we weren't living together. We hadn't really been doing that, so Dylan said something along the lines, like, I've been slacking on my, like, date game, so, like, this Sunday, mark it on your calendars, you're not doing anything, we're going and having, like, a date day. And I was like, okay, this is, like, a normal thing. You know, I wasn't really thinking. Thank you, Grenade. I love it. It's really pretty. The green is Peridot, which is my birthstone, which I really love as a gemstone. I've had a ring of it from my parents for years, so it does mean like a lot to me. But then I loved how it was like it has the leaves and everything on it. You know, very naturey, fairy vibes. So I didn't really think anything of it. And then we went to, like, we visit my parents, like, every week, and I got my ice skates, and so Dylan was like, and we're adding that to the itinerary. You have your ice skates, we're gonna go ice skating on that Sunday. So, you know, I didn't really think a lot of, like, it was anything particularly, you know, special, or whatever, right? Just that it was gonna be a fun date day. So, the first thing he did was, I have talked about, and I've mentioned it on stream, my father makes really good homemade hot chocolate. And I have, like, mentioned this to Dylan, and I've, you know, talked about it on stream, because I would get, like, my dad would, like, bring me hot chocolate while we were streaming and everything, and so that was always nice. Dylan actually called my father and asked him how to make the homemade hot chocolate, and he made homemade hot chocolate. And then we went ice skating, which is something I like to do. I haven't done it in a while, though, so I was a little rusty, but I pretty much almost all came back. I didn't try to do a mohawk. There was too many people, and I was a little nervous, but I did get my crossovers, so very cool. And honestly, I was still very naive. Like, I honestly was not, like, thinking this was, like, proposal day. I'm just like, okay, we're having a good time. He is really doing a fun job. We went ice skating, and he did pretty well, too. He did better than we both expected. He, you know, bike, right? He's continuing to improve. We came home, and we had some, like, downtime in between, and we just watched, like, some anime together, and that was really nice. And then he's like, all right, get dressed, like, fancy now, like, get dressed up. And now this is something we have done when we would go out, whether the restaurant itself is, like, a particularly fancy thing or not, we would get, like, dressed up. Like, he would wear, like, a suit, and I would wear, like, a nice dress and stuff, just to have a fun time and go on a date, even if the place is like really definitely like not a like upscale joint or anything like that. So
They're the well-dressed couple going to a Wendy's.
yeah, basically not like Wendy's, but like yeah, like a sit down restaurant, but it could be like Outback Steakhouse, you know? We're not going anywhere like nuts. So again, didn't really think a lot of this except that we'd be going out to dinner. But he's like, all right, like there is going to be like walking involved first. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what we're doing. And we go to the gardens where there's this like show that is only here for like it's like a display thing that's only here from like January through
It's like a
the first week of
walk-through
March.
light show.
Yeah, it's like a walk-through light show with like light art installation sort of things, and it's literally only for like January through like this week. It's like the last week it's here because it gets dark early, right? And I had never heard about it. It's really pretty, and it's like through the gardens, so it's really cool. And it's all about like the stars, like a sort of like a fantasy sci-fi sort of like, it's like a space fantasy thing about like the stars. It's really neat. And so there's a lot of pretty like light things and different stuff like projectors and lots of like fog machines and like these really pretty like rods of LED lights that like flash and do stuff. There's this projector that was literally like clear, like you couldn't see the projector screen. It was see-through. And so like that, but it was being projected on. Really cool, really pretty. We get to near kind of like after the halfway point. There's one where it's these rods of the LED lights, and it's like having like a light show through them, like going up because it's supposed to be the stars returning back to space and everything like that, because they've come to visit us, basically, is like the whole thing, and they're returning. And now there are other people around, but there's really not a lot of people. It's a self-guiding walking tour, and so we're here relatively alone, standing watching this thing. And Dylan starts singing a song from Over the Garden Wall. It's the song that Wirt and oh God, what's her name?
Oh,
Am I blanking on her name?
Amelia?
The little maid
No.
girl. No.
Not Amelia.
Her. The little maid girl with Auntie Whispers. I blanking
Yeah.
on her name for whatever reason. But they sing a little song about like the boats. Not Beatrice. No. The one with Auntie Whispers. They sing that little song while they're cleaning, and it's like the two of us. Yeah, like ships. Lorna, thank you, Lorna.
Lorna.
And so a long time ago, a tradition that we had was like Dylan would sing a song for me for our anniversary, and then it sort of went into we would learn duet songs together. So we sang like A Whole New World. We know Love Is an Open Door. We know And At Last I See the Light, and of course we know like Ships, and that's his favorite, like Ships. And so he like starts the song, and I'm like a little awkward because like we're in public and it's like a little weird. He's like, and so I don't sing, and he's like, oh, just humor me about it. I'm like, okay. So we like sing the little thing quietly, and I didn't really notice, but he changed the word apparently, like ships to like, I think he said spouses, he says. And I didn't really catch it. He's like, oh, like, did you catch that or whatever? And I was like, what? And he then pulls out the ring and he gets the 1D and everything. And I was like, I'm bawling. I was crying so hard. It's freezing outside, right? Like, it is pitch night. It is February. It is really cold. My glasses are like fogging up. But I'm very thankful that there's like nobody else here. So it's public, but it's private. You know what I'm saying? And of course I say yes. And, he puts the ring on and everything, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, when we get back to the car, I have to call my parents, right? I'm like, I have to call. He's like, well, we have, another place to go after this, like wait till after dinner, right? And I was like, okay, I'll wait till after dinner. And so we go to dinner, and we're a little late, but we get parking, and he goes forever. And we're like walking to find the restaurant, and he's like, oh, it's right here. And I was like, what? Wait, it's right here? And then somebody grabs me from behind, and I have a moment of like, oh fuck, I'm getting mugged. No, it's my mother. Because apparently my mom and dad were part of the surprise. They were having dinner with us. And that meant a lot to me because I really love my parents, and it was very important to me to have them be a part of this. So they were a part of it. And we went to a really highly rated tapas restaurant. And if you don't know what tapas is, it's a Spanish thing where it's a bunch of little plates. And it was delicious. Ugh, we got so many fun things. We got different stuff. Like I hadn't had goat. We had goat. I had duck once before, but we had duck there as well. And it was delicious. There was like this fried paella thing. There was this delicious salad. It was so good. Everything was amazing. It was delicious. And that was a great time. And then Dylan's like, all right, we gotta go. There's one more surprise. And I was like, what? There's one more surprise. Like, this is wild. And he's like, I hope you have room for dessert. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just thinking that there's like a fun dessert back at home or something like that. And of course, Dylan's brother Doug, lives with us as well. So he's back there. So I'm like, oh, Dylan probably had him do something. And so we like walk in the door, and guess who's there? Not only Doug, but also Mars, which is wild. And yes, dessert as well, from a bakery that I actually worked at, but I really do like this stuff there. 2 different kinds of desserts. Yeah, Mars knew and kept the secret as well. So my parents knew and kept the secret. Mars knew and kept
for
the
about
secret.
a week,
Mars,
I think.
It's nuts because I actually
or
hung
2
out with
weeks?
Mars on Saturday, the day before we hung out, after not hanging out in a while. No idea. She let on nothing. No clue.
Let
So,
it be known, Mars is good at keeping secrets.
Mars is good at keeping secrets, and so are my parents. Oh my god. Okay, wait, this is better. This is also another thing. It had to be the week before this past weekend. I get my nails done every other week, okay, on a Saturday. And I like to get like sparkly nails, and I, all these different colors and stuff. And I'm always just trying to think of what it is. And I visit like my parents because the nail place that I go to is like literally right across from the street from my parents' house. And my mom was like, oh, like, what about these colors? That would be really fun. I was like, oh, yeah, that is nice. It's like a green and a white and a pink and everything. When I'm looking at the ring with my parents at, like, the restaurant, I'm like, oh, wow, my nails match. And my mom's like, yes, they do. And I was like, oh, my God.
Wait a second.
And she's like, yes, my mother made that happen. My mom made it so that my nails matched my ring. And I had no idea. I was just like, oh, yes, these are pretty colors together. Yeah, literally legendary as well, right? And then so we had dessert, Mars, Doug, Dylan, and I. And then we played a game, Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. And Mars was christened with the ceremonial battle wound from playing that game, as one person must. Always inflicted by yours truly.
I took home a
nails.
souvenir Band-Aid.
Yeah, it's
it was
pretty color,
great.
though. It was a good time. And I won.
It was black, so it made
Taco
me feel
Cat Goat
badass.
Cheese Pizza, so, top tier. And, yeah. No, literally the...
Oh yeah, no, actually.
Really pastry puff.
This
was
is how
nuts.
I would write
And
a
I
scene.
was surprised, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, anybody who hears this story is like, Dylan has raised the bar. Okay? Like, the level, because he had to orchestrate all this first, right?
Where the bar
Nuts.
is set.
Yeah. Wild. Insane. Absolutely nuts.
He reached out to me maybe 3 weeks before
Yeah,
this
I know.
happened.
The bar is so high. He's
trying
like
to
telling everybody
remember.
at his job, and it's just like, I'm like, Dylan, like literally every person you ever tell this story, the bar is like just nuts. Whether receiving or giving, it's just nuts.
It has been set.
It has been set, it has been raised, it will never be lowered.
Yep.
It's insane. He passed the bar and raised the bar, yeah. Exactly. He raised an army. He really did. Yeah. Everyone really came together. So it was nuts. It was crazy, and it was great, and it was amazing, and it was everything I ever could have hoped, and more. If I'm being honest, it was a lot. It was wild. But yeah.
So now I'm just sitting here waiting to hear when the wedding is.
Oh my god. So literally the same night, my dad's like, everyone's gonna ask this, so I'll ask it first. Like, when's it gonna be? I'm like, man, I don't know. We're not doing, like, I don't know. This is not a thing. My mom is sitting here. She's like, all right, like look at wedding venues and stuff. And I'm like, Mom, I haven't even been engaged for like a week. Can we chill a little bit, please? Like, I know it's exciting. My sentiment is I really do want a wedding, but I really don't want to plan a wedding. I really, I
That
just
is
like,
so valid.
I just like, it's one of those things where it's like I have like Pinterest board level ideas, but to do anything else with that is just like, and now we're doing too much work. Like now I just want to sit here, please.
See,
I already do
what
so much
what
stuff.
you need is a good coordinator who's going to do all that terrible work for you.
Yeah, but then the problem is I'm picky, so it's a lot. It's a lot, you know.
Double-edged
It's
sword.
a lot.
Oof.
It's just more just like, I don't know. I need to do it slowly. We don't have like a specific timeline of anything. We don't have, specific like needs to happen in the next XYZ, right? It's like just go slow, okay? We'll go slow. We'll think about it. We'll go on. Well, that's what will be fun, Grenade, is we do have Dylan's mother has been very kind and knows a photographer by us. And she's going to gift us a engagement photo shoot session that'll be happening in the spring. That'll happen at the same gardens where he actually proposed during this thing, which is really fun.
Oh,
and really
that's
nice.
so sweet.
And we already have like a really pretty like idea for like outfits and like props and stuff. So it'll be very pretty and exciting. So that I'm excited for. I've never actually done a photo shoot. I have been to a portrait studio once when I was much younger because we got like my grandmother's like 70th birthday. I don't know. One of the birthdays, we like got her like a big family portrait. Like that was the gift because she really wanted one. I look so young in that though. It was before I had glasses. My two younger cousins are like literal babies in it. Not actual babies. They're not babies, but they're like single-digit year-olds. So it's really wild.
Oh my god.
To look at that photo and be like, wow, yeah, that's old at this point. But so I am excited for that. That should be very fun.
Send me
All
the
comes back to the
picture.
glasses indeed. Hello, Anima.
Hey, Anima.
We will certainly be sending a lot of the pictures.
Yay.
And my mom's like, it is King as a dragon. My mom's also like planning an engagement party and all this. There's a lot going on.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on.
You know she's gonna want to celebrate.
Yep. So it's just like, definitely, I'm just like, I need a little slow down, please. Please.
I feel like once I'm out of grad school, I can finally date again.
You'll have
'Cause I
to
just-
you'll have to navigate such an odd world. I'm very
Here-
lucky. I'm like, yeah, we did it
Here's
in
one
high
thing,
school. We're
like-
done.
There are so many people at my school doing the same major as me, and they're like, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, or I'm married, I'm engaged. I'm just like, where do you find the time? Like,
I literally, if
I mean,
I didn't
I will
meet,
be honest, nowadays my life is a little more balanced. But back when I was doing like in-house clinic, it felt like I was constantly working. And anytime I wasn't working, I was dead tired. Like, how am I supposed to show a partner the attention they deserve? Where do you find the damn time?
yes, Anima, I just got engaged. Spoilers, yes. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Oh, that's hilarious.
What was I saying? I was saying something much. Oh yeah, I'm very. I literally say all the time that if Dylan and I weren't together already, I don't think I'd even be trying to date. I don't want to have to deal with all of that shit. I can't even imagine trying to date like outside of high school. The brain is just nope. Dating apps. Oh my god, watching people do that in college, I was just like, nope, nah.
That looked like a mess.
I wish you luck, Mars.
Oof, I wish myself luck.
Where do you find the right person? The biggest? Yeah, I have zero ability to help there. I think the best thing is though, like dating apps obviously can work. You know, I've definitely heard stories of that happening to people and that working out. I think the better thing though to do is like you go to what's called like the third place, right? Like you have work, you have home, and then you have like another location that you hang out. So like your comic, you know, like your comic cafe, you know, Nicole, and then you like try to strike up conversations, you know, just like friendly, normal ones, right? Just with people there. You see someone reading a manga that you like or that you were interested in, you know, you just ask questions or whatever, and you just chill. I mean, that was my vibe, Anima. I'm, you know, Dylan and I started dating in high school. I literally don't think I could manage anything besides that. Yeah, no, it totally can work. It's just definitely like a different thing. You know? Different vibes.
Exactly. Choose your vibes wisely.
What is the saying? It's like it'll happen when you're not looking for it or something like that.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Love finds you when you're not looking for it.
Yeah, when you least expect it, whatever.
Something corny like that.
Something like that. Honestly, I mean, that was totally my philosophy. Where it's just like, you just kind of vibe. And you vibe with people, and, you know, eventually, it could work out. We're on Omegle. Omegle, bro. Omegle's a wild place. Yeah, that's the other thing. Don't try to. Relationships do take a fair amount of work. You can't do it like casually.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anime, if it's working out, that's a wild story to tell. Certainly a wild story to tell. Omegle is like the Wild West of the internet. It's a wild place. I remember Omegle vividly.
Oh,
Yeah, Dylan and I met in high school. Basically, this is a really short but really funny story. I had no idea who it was. We were both in band. I had no idea who it was. I had this friend that was 1 year younger than me, 2 years younger than Dylan, because Dylan's 1 year older than me. And she apparently knew Dylan, and they played this game. It's called like booping. I don't know how ubiquitous it is, but you basically like tap your hand on someone's nose, and like it's like you get a point, but there's not really like a point system or whatever. But like that's the win condition, is to successfully do that. And I saw so Dylan isn't tall, but he's not short, right? He's slightly taller than me. This friend of ours was probably like Mars height, so pretty on the shorter side. So she could not get to Dylan very easily to boop him, right? And I noticed this happening, and I just spur the moment. Again, I had no idea who Dylan was. No idea who he was. I only knew who this third party, this other girl was, and noticed that she was struggling to try it. So I literally just spur the moment. I like went up behind him, and I like took his shoulder. I like pulled him back and booped him. And Dylan was like, all right, yes, that one, thank you. and then we just kept hanging out a little bit.
Like, yes, that one.
I guess so,
one.
Nicole. We are on the taller side. This is very true. I always forget
you
that.
Definitely are on the taller side.
I always forget that. Okay, yes, but Mars, we live with Doug, who is like 6'2" or something. Like, it's hard to remember that we're tall when we live with giants, okay?
You guys are all very tall.
It's hard. My father is taller than me. You know, it's a weird place to live in. But yeah,
it's just
and then
me and my 5'2" self against the world.
But yeah, and that's all she wrote. How tall, everyone? Dylan is 5'11". I'm 5'9". Mars is a number.
5'2".
Yep, there you go. A short number. Those are our heights.
Sigh. I may be small, but I am agile as fuck. So. I make up for it.
Not
I'm also
meters
good
enthuse.
at sneaking up on people, and that has its
Gonna
own
make me Google
advantages.
shit enthuse. You're an American enthuse. Use the proper American numbers. Freedom units. 6'1". You're tall, Grenade. Damn.
That's tall.
Look at you.
That's very tall.
You're as tall as Anima's girlfriend. Look at that. Nicole's... At least you have an excuse, Nicole. Meters to feet. 1.8. Oh. I have enthuse as being 5'9".
Oh.
6 foot? Google is telling me it's 5'9". Whose math is weird?
Something ain't adding up.
6.81 for Nicole. 1.68. God. Brain. 5'5". Okay, very classic middle of the road, Nicole.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You're not tall nor short. Mars is short.
Oh.
I always forget how short
You
Mars
just
is.
gotta keep rubbing it in.
No, it's really funny. I never think about how short you are until like it's hug time, and then I'm like, oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
I am tiny.
Yeah, 6 feet.
I'm trying to remember, where do I
Giant,
come
Nicole.
up to on you? Like
I
shoulder?
have no idea. I'd have to. I don't know.
This is the problem, guys. When we hang out, like we're typically on a
sitting
couch, so
90%
we're
of the
eye
time.
level.
Yeah, so there really isn't a big, difference. And honestly, I don't notice or realize, right? And that's why. So when it's like,
not noticeable until we stand up.
but then we stand up and we go to hug, and it's just like, oh well, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Tiny, you're hugging a dwarf.
Ah.
Oh, my
Oh,
kitty
no.
is finally
Grenade.
settled.
I completely and utterly agree. I dislike our whole thing. However, the unfortunate fact is that when you learn it and are forced to use it all the time, you your brain just works that way. Okay, I do agree, enthuse. Fahrenheit is better than Celsius because specifically Fahrenheit is made for how the human feels about the temperature versus numbers, and Celsius is made
about
for
how
science.
the water feels.
Yeah, and so it's like I will agree.
I don't care how the water feels. I care how I feel.
I care how I feel. So Fahrenheit does feel better as being like, okay, the brain works a certain way. But yeah, feet, miles, all of that really sucks. It's so weird when you go to like a place where they measure like speeds in kilometers per hour. My brain just implodes because it's like so different numbers, right? Because like, oh, like 60 kilometers per hour or something is like really not a lot in miles per hour, but like big number is like, why are we going so slow?
It's like, this does not compute. This does not add up. I don't understand.
In pure volume, you mean like quarts and gallons and pints and stuff? The only part about I'm enthused about the only part about that I dislike enthused is that it's 4 quarts to a gallon, not 2 quarts. Why couldn't we keep it at least consistently weird? You know, that's the one that hurts me.
It's like, all I ask is some consistency. Be consistent with how weird you are.
I'm gonna so this is actually interesting that you say that enthused specifically about those stuff. I like the easiness of having cup measurements of things and not having to use a scale to make like baked goods and stuff like that. However, to be a really good and consistent baker, you have to weigh it no matter what. Doesn't matter what unit you're weighing it in, but you have to weigh it because volumetrically measuring is just inconsistent in general. But yeah. Thank you, Jamie. We're mainly just making some edits here that are going very slowly because of this whole thing.
Well, we have been storytelling all night.
Lots of storytelling. I mean, it's coming, you know. There's certainly I have done things for this, you know, commission. It's not like I've just sat here on it not doing anything.
Oh no, absolutely. You've been doing.
You've been going. But yeah, feet and inches. Again, you're just kind of used to that. The one I can never get used to is miles.
That takes
Take
some
it in
getting used
stride,
to.
Jamie. Yeah, I agree, and also like 0, it's Celsius, is warmer than my brain wants to believe a 0 should mean, right? Does that make sense? It's just like, why is room temperature a really cold number? Does that make sense? It's just like, room temperature should, like I would feel like in a perfect thing, room temperature is like 50 degrees, right? And neither Fahrenheit nor Celsius do that, which is you're about to crash very soon, though, Jamie.
About to
I thought
crash.
0 Celsius is 32, which is not t-shirt weather. But 32 is t-shirt weather, which is wrong. You ride it for a while? Alright, if you say so.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yes. This is not the color that I wanted. Oh no. Ah! Okay. I screamed, Dylan screamed, we all screamed.
We all scream.
No ice cream, though. But key lime
Aw.
pie.
Key lime pie. I had a chocolate Danish, and I wish I
Ooh.
still had it.
You ready to fake out or die trying?
Instead, I have a jar of peanut
Okay,
butter, but that's
well,
fine too.
The Midwest are a separate group of people. Okay? Here in the Northeast, it was 33 degrees, and the wind chill really sucked.
Oh, the wind chill was
God,
bad
today.
today.
The wind chill was
It
terrible.
was so
After
cold.
being, like,
I
warm yesterday, it was, like, horrible today.
Guys, I was going to try to do the mental health thing. You know, I go to the bakery, I buy my little hot chocolate
Too
and
fucking cold.
Danish. I'll drink it and eat it by the water. Yeah, no, that wasn't happening.
Yesterday,
that was so not happening.
stood
I was like,
outside.
"Fuck it, I'm eating the car.
Yesterday, I stood
I'll
outside
watch the waves from the car. It's fine."
in, like, a long sleeve shirt and a vest. And then today, I'm, like, winter jacket, vest, other shirt, regular shirt, flannel shirt. Like, oh my god, it was so cold.
Jeez.
It was so cold, man.
It was freezing today. But this weekend is supposed to be super nice.
Oh, snap. You had a fire drill today. Oh god, no.
Oh boy.
Terrible.
Not a fire drill.
I had a fire drill once in college and it hailed.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really funny. So we went out, it had already snowed, so there was snow on the ground. And there was someone, like, snow blowing with a snowblower nearby. And so when it started hailing, my brain was like, oh, it's just like the snowblower is directed towards us accidentally, right where we're standing. And it's like, I hold out my hand, I'm like, oh, no, that's hail. Yay.
So
Set up a
I
tent.
actually
oh, God.
have not a fire drill story, but a fire alarm story from college. This was freaking hilarious. I had a friend who was on night duty. So my dorm had a process where they could hire students to work night shifts. Basically, you need a key card to get back into the building, but after a certain time at night, it closed. So you would have to sign in, use a sheet. If you had a guest with you, you also had to sign in that way, just so they know like who's in the building and who's supposed to be where. So my friend is on night duty, and I'm kind of hanging out with her because, and for whatever reason, I'm not asleep that night. It was definitely a weekend, but this group of people come inside, and oh my god, they are drunk off their asses because they come in, like my friend signs them in and everything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna go back to the room." So they go into the
Oh my god,
elevator.
Emma.
I watch it go up, and then it comes back down, and they're like, "Hey, this isn't the floor." They go back into the elevator, go up, go down. This time they come out the stairwell. "Hey, this isn't the floor." They rinse and repeat. They do this at least 5 more times.
Oh my
But
god.
somewhere along the way, the fire alarm goes off, and we're like, "What the fuck? What happened?" As we're leaving, this group of people come up to my friend who was working. I was like, "Well, it couldn't have been us who pulled it. We were in the elevator." And we just look at each other like, "Yeah, they pulled it. They're the reason we're standing outside in the middle of February in the freezing ass cold at 3 a.m.
Oh
And now
my
we have to
god.
wait for the fire trucks because it wasn't a drill." So they
Mm-hmm.
gotta go inside, make sure everything's okay, give us the clear, and it's like, oh my god. Okay, so you guys are on everyone's shit list now
Uh,
because of what you did, and you were not subtle about it.
so my college never had fire drills. We only had fire alarms.
Oh, we
And
had fire drills.
oh yeah, we never had fire drills. They were always like true alarms of someone setting off the smoke alarm. And
That's fun.
my favorite was someone tried to make ramen
Oh,
by putting the block of bare noodles directly on the microwave plate. Just the block of noodles on the microwave plate and then putting it in for like 3 minutes or whatever the fuck it is. They're in the elevator, HAU. Yes.
they really are. Hey, this isn't the right floor.
Boop, boop. Yeah, he was just dumb, Jamie. I don't fucking know. Probably stoned. There's a
Oh.
lot of stoners where I was.
Guys, you think that's bad? This isn't my story. This is actually my dad's story. He had a
Yeah,
roommate in
I don't know.
college
Jamie, I
that
don't know.
tried to make lasagna. He literally put pasta, not lasagna pasta, but spaghetti noodle pasta in a pot, filled it with water, and stuck it in the oven. And he thought that was how you make lasagna. And my dad, who can cook for himself very well, is watching this going, "Bruh, you're an idiot.
Oh my
What are you
god.
doing?"
Damn.
The thought process was non existent for both stories.
Yeah, really. I need.
I think one of my other favorite stories, food wise, in undergrad. So I went further up north for my undergrad experience. So it got very cold where we were. It was so cold that you could theoretically store items that should go in your fridge's freezer outside. And that's what someone did. They literally hung a frozen chicken out of their window and kept it there for a couple of days. And it stayed frozen. They did eventually get called out by the RA, like, "Hey, you can't do that. Like, put it back in the fridge." But I'm just walking by the store every day and I just see a chicken dangling out the window.
We did that at my house, Bars, in the winter. Not with the chicken, but with like drinks. You just
Well,
shove them
now
in
I'm
the
starting.
snow.
I mean, that makes sense. It's a drink. I'm talking like a whole ass frozen chicken.
I mean, you take a risk, but
I suppose so.
you know, is what it is.
I mean, it was cold enough. He didn't have to worry about it going bad.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Damn,
That's
Jamie.
gamer mac and cheese now. That's
Oh
gamer
god.
mac.
Crushed some Doritos in it and you're all set.
Yeah. You know, get some
Damn.
Doritos in there. You got to throw a sour candy in there too. That's just how that
Alright.
works.
I think this is what we'll get from King Dragon today.
You look so cool.
Was it good asking for a friend? Oh, there you go. There's your answer. Stoned people are wild. Honestly, one of my favorite college activities was hanging out with people who were drunk, stoned, or crossfaded, but being
Oh,
completely
it's
sober.
wild.
You know, it's like people watching, like, on crack.
Yeah, very much so.
But not crack.
It's very fun. Never
It's really
underestimate the power.
My favorite was I went to this person, you know, they like rented off campus, and you know, they constantly had like not really parties, like little groups of them, their roommates, and like me and these two other people that we knew, and we hung out, and a lot of them would play Magic the Gathering, but completely crossfaded.
Trip.
That was a hilarious time. Can we see the before and after? Yes, we can. Okay, let's do this way. I think this is good. Okay, so this is the before. So this is what I sent them first. This is my first iteration of King. And this is the after iteration of King. So it's got a little more fluff on the neck here. And then, as you should, Jamie. Yeah, see, that's the vibe enthuse. I definitely, I don't like to drink. I should add some more shadows here, though, now that I'm looking at it. Thank you, Nicole. There's some other places that should have shadows, so like down here should have some shadow.
Honestly, Enthuse, that is so fun. It's even funnier when it's your friends. I had one friend who definitely turned into the sleepy drunk. I basically became her pillow for the rest of the night. That was what I did. I actually, two of my friends were sleepy drunk, so I got like one leaning on one shoulder, the other on the other shoulder. I guess like, well, I'm here. I'm trapped. I can't move. It's like having a cat on your lap. If you move and disturb them,
yeah, you're
you'll
done.
Feel horrible
You
guilt.
can't do it. Yeah. You will have forsaken all of your ancestors.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I could have done that, but it was also 4 in the morning, and I was just like, if I stay on the couch,
Yeah.
I won't be
before-
asked to drink.
Yeah, exactly. Right, now we can save it. Because now it's actually the true one that I will send over.
Like here's the trick, guys. If you don't want to drink, make yourself the designated sober person.
I was literally only ever peer pressured into drinking once, and it was by people not even at a college that I went to. I like visited my friend at another college, and we had one guy like come. It was really funny. So I visited him at the college, and he would like drink a little bit, but he wasn't really drinking, and I wasn't drinking at all. I just don't like alcohol. And we were just hanging out and chilling, and there's like these two drunk girls that we were like kind of babysitting in a way, where we were just like chilling with them in the hallway because they like just sat in the middle of the hallway, and so we were just chilling with them. And then I guess like a party ended or let out or something, and enjoy, Jamie. And then they like came and they were like hanging out with us, and I guess they were like the girls' friends and everything, and and they were also like they knew the friend that I was with. We'll call him Tomato. And they they were like, oh, Tomato, who's this? And he's like, oh yeah, you know, she's Ori, she's my friend, you know, from like high school and everything, you know, she just came to visit. And it's like, and you guys aren't at a party? Come on, Tomato, you gotta show her a good time. You gotta go take her to a party. Here, come on, you know, come back to my room. I got more, you know, drinks and stuff. Come on, let's go. And it's just like, no, we're good, thanks. We're fine. We're having a good time anyway. You know, we're just chilling. He's like, no, you gotta show her a good time. You gotta come back to my room. You gotta drink. And so Tomato was finally like, kind of like, oh yeah, like we'll be there, you know, just like don't wait up. And he like left finally. But that was the only time I was like truly peer pressured. Otherwise I had people be like, hey, you want a beer? And we'd be like, nah, I'm good. And like, okay. And then because they're drunk or crossfaded or whatever, they'd be like, they'd forget that they asked. And they're just like, hey, so you want a beer? I was like, no, I'm good. And they're like, all right. But it was literally very like tame, or it was literally just like they didn't remember that they already offered me one, you know? And so I was just like, yeah, we're chill. Very chill
It's
about it.
like, it's all good, fam.
Yeah, because it was literally just like, hey, you know, you can have a beer if you want. And it's like, nah, I'm alright. And they're like, alright, have fun. And like, you know, an hour later be like, hey, you know, you can have a beer if you want. It's just like, yep, I know,
Like,
thanks.
yeah, still no, thanks. Good luck scrounging in the kitchen for snacks. I feel like I'm replying to this late.
A little bit, but you know, maybe Jamie's still listening.
I was doing something in another window on my computer. I was typing.
How dare you?
How dare I work on the comic? Okay
No, never mind.
then.
Go back to
Nah,
it.
okay,
Whip.
I'm sorry, it wasn't the comic, it was something else.
Now, actually, how dare you?
Whip. Tomorrow's gonna be comic day, cause I get Fridays off.
Did you write the Lumi Fungleton thing at all?
Shit.
No, Mars!
Okay,
have the
tomorrow will be
doodles.
Outcast Day and Lumi Fungleton.
You gotta get it done. We gotta post it for Dakai.
Yeah, okay, so clearly Wednesday was not as free and available as I thought it was
Apparently
gonna
not,
be.
yeah.
I ended up doing actual schoolwork that day. Shit.
Who knows, Nicole? That's the truth.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
Alright,
it too, though,
it'll come
Nicole.
this weekend, guys.
I mean, Pastry Puff, I feel it too. I'm constantly like, I want to click on it. I didn't read Enthuse messages either, and I'm still afraid to, even though it seems like Jamie was like, they were fine. But I'm scared.
I
don't
read
wanna
them.
risk
They're
it.
they're okay.
Damn, Mars, risking it.
I'm risking it.
Alright. It looks like Dylan read it in the end. He saluted Enthuse. Yes, okay, I'm gonna read the comment section stuff. I want to know. Ooh, yay, they like the hangout vibes of getting insight into each character.
Yeah. I was so happy when I saw that. It's like, yay, I'm doing my job as a writer.
Ooh. So interesting. The theories going back and forth. Pastry Puff holding strong. There you go. Alright. Very fun. Enthusiasm spoilers.
Right?
I'm glad. Very fun stuff. Very exciting. Ah, that's my favorite. The theorizing about it is like, oh, yes, we're doing it. It's lovely. It's great.
It's like, yes, pick up on the clues
It's
we're
happening.
leaving. Please, please.
Exactly. Oh. So lovely. Do I have it here? I do. Yes. I'm working on the comic now.
Oh, I see you on Instagram where you reacted to the Himmel free run.
Yes.
Guess the age.
It's such a good sound for that.
It's so perfect.
I love Himmel though. I'm sad that I don't get more Himmel.
You get lots of Himalayan flashbacks.
I know, but it's not the same.
I'm sorry.
I
he's
understand the
dead.
vibe, but it's not the same. I will be so sad if we don't actually get to meet him where they're going, though. I'll be very upset.
Oh, if he's not.
If that's not
waving
Endgame,
at
I'll
the
be
end-
very, very upset.
No, it has to be Endgame because she's literally going to see him.
I know. I need it to happen.
That's the whole point.
I know. I would be so pissed, though.
I'm also hoping she runs into her old mentor too, because that would just
Yeah,
be
I want that.
so good.
You know, and Heiter. And you know, everything.
And Hyder. And probably Eisen, because let's face it, he'll be there too by the time they get there.
I have see the problem that I'm not sure is I don't know how old Eisen is, and I'm worried that they can't really do it in a way because I don't think he's as old as that other dwarf we meet, right? And that other dwarf is still going on, and so I don't think there's a way where we can have Ferd and Stark still around and have Eisen die unless he dies a non-natural death. So I don't think that's gonna happen, you know? Maybe having the other dwarf though in it could be interesting.
Well, I could definitely see him like dying of unnatural causes because they do show how his arms are kind of starting to atrophy and how he's weak.
Yeah, but he was still really nuts in that scene.
Oh,
though.
he very much was.
He was still real nuts.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
is. See,
All I'm saying is that realistically, especially in real life, things change very quickly.
Yeah,
like,
that is very true.
On a dime.
And Enthuse, I probably knew that. There's so much like brain power to like just make sure that I don't read spoilers for the game that I really don't want to read spoilers for. Out of literally everything else, this is the only spoilers I care about. That I'm just like, I ain't risking it. I ain't trying to remember who I know has played the game or not. And I will say it's particularly difficult when like you played the earlier Ace Attorney games right before you played them. So my brain is always kind of like, I don't know who has played what or hasn't played what or like everything like that. So my brain is trying to like keep it all together. My question is, who has anybody here who is? So I'm mainly talking about like I know Pastry Puff is like real nuts about it. I'd also ask Nicole and like Zilla. Have any of you played the Miles Edris Investigations Prosecutor's Path? Just because I know that's like the rare one, and it'd be kind of cool if we're the ones playing it, and we don't have a lot of input on it.
That would be awesome.
Because I only ever saw, like, one playthrough of it. I never watched the playthrough, but, like, I saw one guy have. You have played it? Alright. Because I just know that one's, like, the hard one to find. Because it is, like, a fan dub to do it in English. That's one of your favorite ones, the second one? Ooh. Well, we're in for a treat, then.
Very nice. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't believe we're so close to Trials and Tribulations, though. I know that we don't expect to do it this time, but,
yeah,
oh,
no, that's
snapped.
nuts.
Oh, snap, Nicole. Privileged. I feel
Ooh.
privileged. Okay, I was just watching this one YouTuber, and she, like, English is her first language. But she's, like, been learning Japanese for many, many years, because I think she is, ethnically Japanese, from one of her parents, at least. And one of the ways she's trying to learn Japanese is she's playing Ace Attorney in Japanese, in the original Japanese, and, like, reading it through.
That's hilarious.
I was just like, oh my god, that's nuts. Damn.
That's so funny.
That's so wild.
Man.
So, yeah, pretty nuts. Okay, this is a good question then, Pastry Puff, since you have played the investigation games. Is the bottom DS screen important to view visually to you guys as viewers? This is for like me to make an overlay, right? Because I'm gonna switch over real quick. No, not this one. This one, right? This is our overlay, so it's like one big screen, right? So it is important. How important? Important at the level of both screens should be the same size. Important at the level of you need to be able to see it, but it doesn't have to be that present. Or yeah, because I'm gonna have to make a new overlay for it either way, and just because that one is specifically like DS coded and not like maybe not absolutely necessary. Oh, it's where the evidence goes.
Typically where evidence goes. Okay, that might be relatively important.
What do we think about... Okay, because I do have the Steam Deck. The Stream Deck, I'm sorry. Not the Steam Deck. The Stream Deck that I can change. So these are Steam Deck... I keep doing that. These are Stream Deck buttons that I'm using right now to switch between these two thingies. So, what option do you think is best? Do you think we have something where it's like definitely mainly the one screen, the top screen, and then a little bottom screen, but then when the bottom screen comes into play, I can switch it to one where they're both the same size? Or should I just make it both the same size all the time? Or at least slightly offset? I might start posting some concept ideas in the chat. You think that would be good, the switching one? Okay. Because I might start posting some concept ideas into the thing. Just because that is, like, coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It's, happening.
It's,
yeah, the
it's
first,
right
the
around
switching
the
one.
corner,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
So that'll be fun. So I can do that. And I do, if I remember correctly, the DS screens aren't 18, they aren't 1080 by 1920. They're a little squarer, right? Not as rectangular. So that means they will fit nice, like, stacked on top of each other in between our avatars. So I think that's good. Okay, cool.
That sounds perfect.
And I can have the fun little switcheroony. Maybe I'll be extra enough to have a transition. We'll see. They're not that hard to make. But we'll see. And yeah. Alright, cool. If we like that idea, that's what I'll do. I'll probably ask on stream tomorrow as well.
We're all on board for that idea.
Just to confirm, but I trust Pastry Puff's judgment when it comes to these things. Because they have played a lot of the Ace Attorney.
That they have.
A true
aficionado in chat over here.
Indeed. It's like a neat vibe to have both people that it's like, this is the first time I've ever played this game, or ever seen this game, and then other people that are like, I know this like the back of my hand. It's pretty neat. I know, we are so close, Paige. We're on the precipice right now. Gosh,
it's literally
dang.
right around the corner.
It's 2 more streams, basically. I'm what I think I'm gonna do, because it seems like you're pretty confident we're not gonna finish this stream, which I'm kind of happy about. I'm going to act like we're not finishing it this tomorrow's stream, okay? And that is how it is. If somehow we do get to it, that's just where the stream is gonna end, whatever time that may be. But I doubt it. The next one, though, I'll have to sort of poll the people who have played it about how long they think that stream will be. Because if it's about, like, halfway or the majority, I might just have investigations set up and we'll go right into investigations for the little ending of stream or whatever. But if it's only, like, a little tiny bit, like the epilogue or something, we would just do Smash or Pass right after it.
And that would be how we balance
so soon,
that.
Pastry Puff, so close.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's sort of how I'll we'll judge it. But I am acting like we're not finishing it tomorrow because I'm not prepping anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving myself, because if you didn't hear before, my last weekend was incredibly busy. I need some time.
Ori got slammed.
Ori got the car on Saturday, which took way longer than I would have liked, and then engaged on Sunday. It was a lot.
I was there on Saturday to hear the fiasco that was getting the car.
Yeah. Well, and then it even took, like, we went, Mars. Our appointment was at 4:30. We didn't leave that place until like 6:30.
Jesus Christ!
And
what
then I went out to
happened?
Izumi. It just took a long time. It just took a long time. They went all over the car features. You know, other people were getting stuff financed. You know, it just took a long time.
I feel like you would have known the car features pretty well by this point.
Yeah, you know, it was still
Like,
interesting to go over it, but yeah, it took a long time. I think it was mostly we were just waiting for the finance guy to be free. You think I'll have to prepare for Smash
they're
Pass next week.
stalling.
All right. Honestly, I would prefer to prepare for Smash Pass, then have to go right into investigations, just because that's a little more work. Investigations. Smash Pass is honestly kind of easy to deal with. I don't have to draw any new outfits, and then I can take time and I can like sketch our outfits for next week, and then I can like do that. Very cool. Very neat.
They'll look
Very
so
fun.
lovely.
Yes, I'm excited to have a new outfit though. It'll be really cool. Ooh,
Me too.
that is something I could work on a stream sometime too.
It is.
I should work on the comic like this though. I gotta finish these backgrounds this week.
Yep.
I almost have, guys. I know it's mostly Nicole, but any other Psychic Sidekick members who are thinking about joining, about to be a whole month's worth of drop of videos coming like this weekend. Okay, it is finishing Reunion and Turnabout, and includes the Lost Turnabout redirect. So if anyone's been thinking about it, it's about to happen. So big drop, big monthly drop coming. That seems like about how I do it, guys. Is I drop it every month. So you can watch it. You can binge watch a whole month's worth of episodes all at once. Because that's basically what I'm doing this weekend. I have a much chiller weekend this weekend than last weekend, and I will be making a bunch of thumbnails and everything. So that'll be that. And we're moving into big turnabout. Turnabout big top. There we go. Wait, there was a pre-order case? What? What? So I don't have a case now? This is so sad.
Uh-oh.
I'm up. Wait.
All right, research needs to be done.
Uh-oh.
Investigate.
Hold on. If I didn't pre-order it on stream, I'm missing a case? This is really sad if this is the case. Now, oh god, no. Don't tell me this.
Really cruel.
That would be very upsetting. No, that's not it. Okay. Whew. Scaring me, Enthuse.
They're talking about.
I know they're talking about Spirit of Justice, but we're talking about like another turnabout, like how Rise from the Ashes was DLC. Is that not what we're talking about? Or did you mean like a holding case? I want to play every turnabout they have, and I'm gonna be upset if I miss the DLC because I didn't pre-order it on Steam. Obviously, I couldn't pre-order, you know, Investigations.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah. Because I specifically didn't order it, like, I didn't get it right away because I was like, it's gonna be a while before we play it, and it might go on sale in the meantime, and that's just, you know, money conscious.
Always a chance, you never know.
Okay, yeah, do that, Enthuse. Report back. But I want to make sure that I get to play every... It's automatically in the Nintendo Switch. Okay.
That's really wonky that they do it that way.
I mean, at least I can stream from the Switch pretty easily. I think... You might be able to just get it normally, like you can get Rise from the Ashes. I'm trying to, like, tiny search it without actually, like, looking at things.
Best of luck, soldier.
I'm literally solely looking at the Google page. Like, the Google result titles. Ugh, I can't go deeper. That would be risking too much.
Ugh. Be careful, Lori.
I stopped. I'm also good at, like, forgetting shit, but I didn't see anything that was sussy at all. I read the name of the turnabout that it might be, but I don't really think that's many spoilers involved. But I gotta know if I'm missing out on something, and I have to figure out how to get it anyway. It's important to know. Stream elements, you're psyching me out that someone with information has come back.
Can you show me? I wanna know about the Ace Attorney.
Yes, I need to know. I need to know. Yeah, I made sure to look up like how to get Rise from the Ashes, just in case it was like weird.
Dang.
Well, because it wasn't like
You're
showing
all
up,
into it.
you know, right away. Like, you know, right away. You have to go through like all the credits, which it's not like we weren't gonna go through them since they had like dialogue and stuff, but it was just like, I'm gonna make sure that we have to wait till the end of the credits entirely so that we can unlock Rise from the Ashes. Because if we don't, then it's gonna be upsetting.
Yes.
And it was also like to
And
make
then
sure that it was
tears,
in
and that's
the
never fun.
that it was in like the Steam remastery version of it. So a lot of research goes into this, guys.
Oh yes. This is your peek behind the scenes.
And I will say it's tough. It's tough to research when you're trying to avoid spoilers. But I manage it. I've avoided spoilers. I'm just epic like that, guys. Epicness.
Epicness indeed.
Y'all will remind us when it's time. I just...
We're counting on you.
Nicole, have you played all of the... Were you playing it on Steam or on Switch? The new trilogy. My sole question is that if I buy the game now on Steam, do I get every turnabout possible? Because if the answer is no, I have to buy it on Switch, that's something I gotta know. Which I could do, but I gotta know. Because I'd rather not have to buy it twice. I mean, I would. Still playing it. Okay, and on Switch. Oh, goodness. Again, I am able
my,
to...
Oh my.
I am able to capture card the Switch. I just... It's easier if it's on the computers, thus Steam is easier. But I am physically able to do it on the Switch. It's not like the DS, which that would have been...
That would have been
wild
hell.
ride. Yeah. I was like getting ready to have to do that before the second trilogy remaster was out, was like announced, because I was like, I cannot find Spirit of Justice as like an emulator like anywhere. Like I'm gonna have to set up like a phone and like a webcam and like have the two
That
like
one is
recording the
really hard to
screens.
find, I hear. But now we don't have to.
Now I don't have to. I'm so happy. Because I have both the investigations. I've had them, you know, for like a while. I'm like ready. I know they work. It's good.
Look at that. Crisis
They're all
averted
included!
indeed.
Woo! Success! So I can get it on Steam and have them all. Okay.
Pastry Pup, I have to admit, I like we and Enthuse have returned.
Pastry and Puff, obviously. Two separate people, of course. How did you not know this, Mars?
We likes it. We likes the results very much.
I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. Thank you all for your research and efforts. I am glad that I don't have to go through shenanigans because I missed some sort of pre-order window that I didn't know I needed. I don't like that. Future stuff, I would be very upset if any game I had specific, like, significant amount of in-game content locked from me by, by, like, not pre-ordering it. That's dumb. Like, Pokemon does it fine in the sense it's like, oh, you get, like, a legendary, or you get, like, the secret pass to the legendary. The
But it's
legendary is
something
not
you
a
could live
story.
without.
It's just a collectible, right? You go, you fight it, you either get it or you don't, right? It's like a little collectible thing. Or, like, your game starts with it, or, like, an egg for the whatever. Like, those are, like, a collectible fun thing. Or you get, like, a shiny, whatever. But it's not, like, a story. If it, like, locked a story, I would be very upset. It's like, no. Let me at least pay more money for it. Like, I don't know. Obviously, that's not ideal, but, like, don't just make me not able to have it because I didn't pre-order the game.
Capitalism? What are you doing?
It would be so sad. It would be so disappointing. Okay. Whew! Crisis averted. Everybody is safe. We're good. I can breathe.
Crisis averted, indeed.
I can breathe now.
Oh, look at our boys chilling on the...
Yes, Hotsun is very chill
Rigging.
right now on this platform.
Yeah, they're totally chilling. Look at that. He's smiling. He's so happy.
Look at the guys. If you haven't said that Ori draws this as a BL, I mean, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing in the sense of that.
We're not denying it.
I knew what people were gonna think, but I knew that this is what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's just like I drew like
Damn, I'm proud of those hair stripies.
Ferrex eating food, and I knew he had to eat that way because that was the vibe, right? That's the Ferrex vibe, eating it the way he did. But you know, we had people thirsting over it, and I'm happy with people thirsting over him. See, that's the difference, right? That's the difference. I'm happy to have the like, okay, we like Ferrex. But it's not a BL. There's a difference. Well, they could be hot.
You know, I will say this. I don't mind when people ship the characters, but when that's all it becomes. Like, okay, I'm gonna use Freerin as an example. Fucking love Freerin. Himmel and Freerin, you know, it's cute. Fern and Stark, also very cute. But when that is all the fandom can focus on, and they're like, oh yeah, that's the big point of the series is the romance, and I'm just sitting there like,
no,
it isn't. Like, I mean, see what you want. I'm glad you're getting something of value out of the show, but oh my god, it's so much fucking more than that.
You know what I love so much about Himmel and Freerin though is the fact that like I'm just sitting here like vibe, right? Like, man, I'm so Freerin. Like, this is like getting to look back and be like, oh shit, well. Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the fan art. I'm like, if romance is all you got out of the show, you didn't understand the show.
Nah, I think the bigger thing that gets me is just when I'm just like, sometimes I can see it, but these I thought were okay. Like this I'm like, yeah, they're gonna say something. Fine, whatever. You know,
yeah.
Hotsun and Sidit watching the sunset. I was drawing that, and I was like, Mars, this is like, damn, okay. Like,
oh yeah.
Whew,
we're
really, here is the shipper fuel. Okay, I get it. Obviously, I do shipper fuel, you know, in the Ko-fi, in the, you know, extra art sometimes. Everyone giving Hotsun the roses. How cute. How nice.
You know,
how fun.
The fuel will be there every so often. That's why it's called fuel.
Oh yeah, just wait. Guys, Ko-fi people here. I don't know if JB's still here. I know Enthus is still here. Nicole, you're not on the tier for it, but Medic tier Ko-fi people, the set that has just started that came out last week, the last one is Hotsun, and it's also shipper fuel as well.
It's very
in the same way that
fuel
the Valentine's Day one is.
It is
best scene in the
wild,
comic.
You guys.
I'm glad you. I mean, we know Enthus's ship of choice. Certainly.
Oh man, daylight savings time starts in 2 weeks. Fuck.
Oh no, spring forward. Ah, abolish daylight savings time, please. I don't need it. I don't need to have a heart attack. Have a higher risk of having a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't need it.
It's terrible.
Get rid of it. No, thank you.
Thank you for forcibly make me have a higher risk of death. I love it. Yay. Woo.
Stupid capitalism.
I don't think that's even capitalism. You're
Oh no,
seriously considering it's called?
it is.
It's got a lot of good stuff, I will say.
Oh, there's some very good stuff
I
there,
will
Nicole.
say
I mean,
there's writing stuff,
we're not
mini
biased or
comics.
anything,
Yeah.
but
The spice is good. It's not egregious. It's not explicit. Ori is not capable of this.
I think
can't
there's
do it.
also a Leprechaun Hotson
There are
poem on there, if it's still there, so you guys can celebrate St. Patrick's Day in style.
There are 3 Leprechaun Hotson related medic tier things from last year. Was it enthused? I didn't realize that. I thought I had to do with school, but
Yeah,
I didn't
no.
really care.
Turns out that was false.
Oh. Maybe that's the argument that they keep making. I don't want children walking to school in the dark.
Yep.
If you have to get up, sometimes you have to get up early enough for school where you still have to do that anyway. So who really cares? You know, I don't know.
Because my body feels like it's waking up at 5 when the clock says 6.
Well, I'm saying like just keep it this time right now, and we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like this time. I
This
like
time.
getting up as the sun is rising. Like, this feels good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up when it's dark out. That's
So
not
workers
fun.
could be more efficient. Everything comes back to capitalism.
Oh yeah,
So terrible.
all of it.
So upsetting.
That is horrible.
Yep.
My alarm goes off at 6:30. I stay in bed until 7:30. I am very slow to get moving
the
in the
time
morning.
that I have to wake up varies. I wouldn't say greatly, but significantly. It can range anywhere from. One time I did get up at like 5 o'clock. I don't think I'll ever actually have to do that again because it was a lie, and also I was cursed if I did that. But I will. Anywhere between like 5:30 and 6:15. My day is a get up time. But I literally get up 30 minutes before I have to leave. It's just the start of my like work day varies based on cruise, like, or like where I have to go, right? Like,
Well, varies based on where you're going, exactly.
where I'm going, or like what the crew is, right? Like, so technically the crew that I am going to audit tomorrow doesn't start until 9 a.m. Now, I will still have to work 8 hours, and they don't work past like 2:30, like they don't work past 3 o'clock, right? So they're not going to clock me out later than 3 o'clock. So I would prefer to get up early and get my extra hours of permitting in before going to the audit, because then it's chill and everything.
Makes
and then
sense.
do the audit for the rest of the day and leave and go home at a nice time. But I technically don't have to be at a permit at any specific time. So I can wake up at like 6:15 and mosey on out of here and not technically leave until 7 because I have 2 hours to drive to 6 locations to just take pictures, write notes, and then I go sit at the audit place and then I write everything up. So it's really chill. But like
That's
when I have
pretty
to drive
swish.
to a place that's like an hour away, I do wake up at 5:30 because I have to leave at 6. Now, technically, when I have to be there at 7, if I actually had to be there directly at 7, I would have to wake up at 5:30. It's 5 o'clock and leave by 5:30. But I technically don't have to be there till 7 because they don't actually do anything until like 8 or 9 o'clock. So I can be a little late. It doesn't really matter. It's a lie. The time is a lie. My job is so chill on time. Honestly, my favorite though. So this is the one location that's really far. It's like an hour away minimum, but with traffic up to like an hour and a half away. And but sometimes they like tell me late that I like have to like, so I like wake up and I'm like ready to go someplace that's like 15 minutes away, and they're like, instead go to like the faraway place. And it's like, cool, I'm getting paid to drive an hour and a half over there, and nobody expects me at any specific time. I will get there when I get there. So it's like, nice. Alrighty, guys.
It's beautiful. Huh.
I think we will be wrapping up here though, because it is approaching that time. Which is surprising.
And Ori has work tomorrow.
I have work tomorrow. Mars doesn't. Dylan does have work tomorrow as well. But sorry that you just came back, PCM, to us leaving. But it is that time of night. It is late. And yeah. But thank you all for hanging out with us, for chilling and talking and vibing.
For King Night, for romance story night.
Yep. Exactly. I know, PCM. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry,
So
PCM.
sorry. You know, you go make more sad ship hero forges that will never actually occur between Marin and Neffy. But we
Don't
will,
make it sad.
No, I'm sad that it'll never be real. It's really cute.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Okay.
It's so cute that I want it to be canon in the game, but it's not.
I
I'm disappointed about that fact because it is so adorable. But yeah, guys. Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. That's how you can get back at me, PCM, by doing that. I'll cry over that. Alright, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. We will see you all see you all tomorrow for Ace Attorney as we slowly finish Trials and Tribulations. And yeah. Alright, guys. Good night.
And meow, that's
Good
right.
night, all.
See ya.
Bye, all.